Hail, hail, and welcome to the Homebhoys Late Podcast. It is Wednesday, the 18th of December. I'm, of course, Joe McKenna. We are back one day earlier than expected to do our Christmas extravaganza and also do our live Christmas draw. I'm joined by a plethora of winning bastards. First of all, Marty Flynn.
What's happening?
There you good, you good. Again, Marty's username this week is Dubai Bastards.
Fucking hear me. Hear me out. Hear me out. You Dubai
I only noticed that just now. I can.
Who would even know about the Dubai CSC if it wasn't for this podcast? Who would even know about the concert?
Do you know what? Something tells me that they love the misery of you hitting them.
Well done, right. Take it, boys.
A favorite desert-based CSC we said before.
But see, then I remember the time we had a big we had a big conundrum between Sakhalin Island CSC and Honolulu CSC, which was further away from the Homeboys base. I mean, there was a bit of a fucking geopolitical problem, right?
Well, it makes the Arab-Israeli conflict sound like fuck all that one, doesn't it? Like,
exactly. I mean, so the Dubai boys, you just step out. I mean, it's not all about you. Listen. See if you want to fly as a first class, that's 100% okay.
I'm not going, Joe.
Anyway, joined by the fucking XL King, Liam Power. What's happening?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Are you enjoying deputising for me today, mate? You had fun?
Fucking got more formulas than fucking
Than a pharmacy?
What did you call that witch? Fucking tea bag. No,
grab bags.
grab bags. More formulas than grab bags. That's one for the young team.
Tea bag, mate. We know where your mind is. Grab bags.
Was that tea bag and t-shirt and grab bags? No, wasn't that?
Nah, it's all.
Tea bag and something else all together, Joe.
Grab bags was that answering the chase today. There you go.
There you are. Fuck, that's current for us.
I'm joined by trivia wizard.
If you're watching at the bottom, you know the answer.
Jason Higgins out there on my show. What's happening?
Well. Never been better, Joe. Never been better.
It has been a wonderful start to the week. In fairness, we're going to go to Scott McCoy now. We expected for you to be in Badger mode this week, but here you are.
Go fuck yourself, Joe.
Yeah. By the way, McCoy, I have a bone to pick with you. I was out in my fucking slippers at 12:30 at night putting the bin out because of you.
Well done. At least you fucking done it. Then
You forgot to remind me. You cunt.
Scott reminds you when the bin's going?
Every week. Tells me which colour it is and all.
It's a green one every week.
And on that subject, Mr. McDonald asked me to ask you, what colour's your bin, Marty?
What colour is your bin? No, I'm in a different fucking borough from him.
I think that was the crux of the question.
But
have you got a Bryson bin?
But no, because I fucking because I brought my bin from Belfast because fuck these cunts. I keep my own bin.
Commemorative bin.
So I have a Belfast City Council fucking bin.
Well, you get back to it, man.
I'll fucking gazzle back there, man.
It just sits outside every Friday, empty, like a lonely fucking. I mean, what did you call your man? The Dusty Bin. What did you call Dusty Bin's mate?
Ted Rogers.
Ted Rogers. Like Ted Rogers missing. Just big sad eyes.
Anyway,
Lonely Belfast City Bin and Lisbon.
It goes on a fucking Tuesday night. No thanks to Scott.
Right, no one to derail the kind of flow of the show, but talk about bins. The Wendy's in there. Linda actually was the witness to a crime out of Wendy.
Oh, a crime! Here we go.
About 3 months ago, one of the neighbours nicked the other neighbour's bin.
What?
Right. Linda was privy to the full thing. She's like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's up to you."
Confidential telephone.
She just basically kept snubbing because she's not a grass, but we know to take her across the road to get the other ones back.
Said to yourself, I don't want to get involved in that rubbish.
Here,
Nice one,
Jason.
Joe.
Jason, that's a dangerous sport to be involved in Belfast. That fucking bin could be explosive. Fuck taking anybody else's bin just in case.
Oh man, there you go, folks. That is the environmental part of the podcast.
I know what.
Fucking bin wars.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
So we know now Marty's got a Jimmy Bryson bin at home, so and he stands on it at the back so nobody can see him. And even with the fence that tall, nobody can see him.
That's right. Hey! You put that on fucking. Will you put it on Twitter yet? Yeah, share this.
I am sorting it out now. Sorry.
Twitch TV. Well, no, is it the Twitch TV you want me to fucking share, or is it the YouTube?
Don't worry about it. It'll be YouTube and it'll be
Wait, hurry up the fuck.
And Twitch because Facebook just generates itself.
So people have missed out on the bin chat because you haven't shared it. I can't believe that.
I know it's here.
Fucking
red hat shit that.
It's like, man, listen, Carrot the Furs is our speciality. I mean, at the end of the day.
Mind the flags, it's the bins now. Middle class problems.
That's it.
Listen, it's what they call the Cold War, Liam. When it comes down to it, it's a Cold War. It's a Cold War idea. I mean, there's no outward violence, but there's plenty of. It's very subtle.
Low intensity operations. That's what it's called.
Exactly.
Right, there's the YouTube one, right? Where we go.
What did my mate call it? Minor acts of terrorism.
Stealing a Belfast bin. Just to fucking show the man, Joe.
Just to show the man. So I'm putting these up on Twitter now, Marty. So you've got Twitch, you got YouTube, so stick them out there on the green sky, and we're good to go. So we have. Well, go ahead. You all right?
Yeah, that's it. I've just done it. So blather.
So we are here, and I suppose to start this off, we will go to our Christmas appeal, which has blown our bin lids off at the end of the day. Actually, today of all days as well. Going to kind of hand it over to you, Liam, now, because while I do the kind of admin in the background, you're kind of more in tune with the amount of dough that's coming in the door.
You're the new me, Joe, with the spreadsheet. Is this it?
I am. You know what? See, after today, going through all those payments and fucking names and tickets, I think Liam Power is probably the most valuable person on this podcast.
I would agree.
Well, we'll start it off with a target of $3,000. We've more than doubled the target. We've got £6,265 and just before we're going to do the draw, and we called the draw a day earlier because Joe's a fuckwit. So it's some amount of fucking effort has gone into that from everybody. And I was having a quick scoosh through the donations earlier on, and just seeing the people who had put a few quid in, and there was some big donations, but there was also some people who said, "Look, I don't have very much, but here's what this is all I can do," or whatever else. And people were saying, like, it's not much. It is much. It is much. Like, if you had seen Joe the other day sending us the photographs of shopping trolleys full of stuff for kids, it's much. Like, your fiver made a massive difference to somebody this year.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank all of you, everybody, no matter how big, no matter how small. There's people from all around the world, including the good men of the Dubai CSC, I'd like to say as well. So, and as I say, I was humbled that you can give us the ability to do this every year. So listen, there's class prizes coming, and I wish everybody well. I'm not in the draw, I just throw my money in here when I'm handing money out. I don't ask for a present, so it's just a powerful thing to do at this time of year. And they'll lift $6,000, and we'll have some extra money sitting too. We've a couple of plans for the future as well to use it in different ways, as well as handing out this year. So unbelievable. That's
spot on, Mark. Just to touch on that, so we had £1,700, I think, left from last year's appeal. So that's kind of added together, makes it around £8,000. The legend Dell is running a bonus ball for us as well. In one of the chats we're in, so that's kind of like a pledge of maybe up to £600, depending on the take up for that, which will go into the pot Mark Wiley, who supports the show continually, has put some highbrow concert tickets aside for us that will be of some real value, which will raffle off at a point in time early into next year. And I think, we've talked loosely about maybe trying to fund the Breakfast Club or maybe even more than that. I don't know, in Easter next year, like you did previously, or you helped us to do previously, and use that money as best we can. So just to keep the traceability there for everyone, that's $8,000 we've collected. We've got more money to come. I think we've put about $4.5 grand of that out in the last week or so. I think Marty and Joe, you've been the main kind of people dishing that stuff out. I don't know if you want to just give us a bit of the background on that.
Well, I've only done a couple. I have more money sitting here to go this week.
Okay.
But Joe has, Joe's been up to his spuds on it.
I suppose end last week when I sent you that photograph, I'd been identified. I'll tell you now. Actually, I have it here on my phone, just so I can be completely factual about what's going on. There's no names obviously involved. It's just the names of it's just the ages and stuff of kids. And so I deal with a bunch of different community development workers and different kind of just different agencies, what have you, in different spheres. So we got presents for girl of 13, 3 girls that were 16 to 18, one boy that was 6, another boy that was 6, another boy that was 6, girl that was 7, girl that was 7 as well. Then there was young lads that needed vouchers. There was, I spent.
You hear me?
Oh,
Joe.
hello.
Joe,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, have I muted myself? Fuck me.
Yeah,
I was speaking.
Yeah,
I was speaking there. I completely forgot that. Right. So anyway,
you said you spent, and then you went on mute, Joe.
All right. So I spent the best part of about €900 in across between last sort of Thursday and the weekend on basically just items, not items that were asked for, but items that were kind of like, I was given a kind of ballpark of like, these are the kids, this is the need, this is kind of what they're interested in, and my job was to go out and buy it. Right? Just to go out there to Smith's and I'm doing the same thing tomorrow because I kind of thought it was finished. And then today I got a family of 4 sent to me basically saying like that the mother is a carer, and each kid has one present, like a small present for next week. And they're 14, 11, 6, and 2. And it's like, it's just like what the fuck do you think? Like, and when people contact me about this, they're almost like, oh, can you do this? Like, this is exactly what we're meant to be doing. This is exactly what we're doing. We're filling that gap. We're doing that thing because people can't do it. Right? They haven't got the money.
It was the simplicity of the request, Joe, that nearly killed me a day. Like the 14-year-old all he wanted was some aftershave. And the wee boy just wanted a wee truck. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like, Jesus, like things you wouldn't even think about are so precious to kids. You know what I mean? Like a wee boy at 14, obviously, probably, in his appearance or whatever else, where we're all fucking.
That's exactly what I thought, Marty. That's I said to my wife today, because my daughter Ali, her and her, I hate saying his boyfriend, right? Fuck him. he's a nice fella, but he's a nice fella, but that's got to be my response. You know what I mean? He's a lovely guy, but that's my response. He's nice to her and all. That's why I hate him. Right? Because he's fucking.
If Kieran comes in here, I'll be like, "Fuck you." Son.
He's doing all the right things. You know what I mean? Fucking. I can't have to like you. But anyway, we had to go and ask him and say, "Listen, you're 14, you're 15. What's the aftershave?" Like, I don't fucking know. I don't aftershave. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, he's dead on." He's like, "Oh, this is what you need to get. This is what I have. This is what they have. This is kind of what people are wearing." And I'm like, do you know what? You're kind of you're involved in a different kind of world. You're trying to, you're meeting a need. Someone's fucking actual need at Christmas.
Still the high karate and brute that's going about these days, Joe. That's what I'm still wearing.
Do you know what? Do you know what somebody delivered this week in our office as a thank you for some of the work we did? Right, just like people come in and go, "Thanks very much for what you're doing." Links Africa,
brilliant.
I'm still getting that.
Do you know what? One of the boys laughed at it. I said, "You're a prick." I said, "You're a fucking prick." I said, "Links Africa has been getting boys rid since
Exactly.
fucking the 1980s.
Jubilee oil, we still into that.
So fair fucks.
But I mean,
Uh,
it's just it's like
Do you know what I mean? The kids
we're dealing with needs.
weren't-
Like the parents are coming to us going like, "Listen, I can't fulfill Christmas."
It was just the simplicity of the stuff. It was like, Jesus Christ, they weren't asking for fucking, electric scooters or Nintendos, or it was just small wee things. Like, it was just fucking, it broke my heart when I read it today. So folks, look, it's over to you. You did it. You helped. Yeah, wonderful.
One the day as well here. A young lad got identified at a local school here. He's a big Motherwell fan, right? Fair play to the kid, right? And he'd never been to see Motherwell. So he went to a game last week, and it was through one of the school teachers. And the kid turned up with 14-year-old, turned up with no socks on and a girl's jacket that was too wee for him. It was freezing. So we've contacted the school teacher, etc. So my daughter's going tomorrow. We've given her a few £100 and she's going to go and buy the wee kid. The boy didn't have a phone, and I know maybe that's to some, but if you're 14-year-old, I think every kid at 14's got a phone nowadays. Wee guy had nothing, so we don't know the situation at home. But so I cleaned down an old iPhone that I had for last year, and we're going to get him a wee contract for a year. And my daughter and the missus is going to go tomorrow and do some shopping, get my jackets and jeans, polo shirts and stuff like that, and deliver it to the teacher to give him it. And the wee guy won't even know us for Adam, but we'll just make sure he gets told it's for the Homeboys podcast and all the listeners. So things like that absolutely breaks your heart. See, when you hear about people that's got absolutely nothing. And there was one as well, Liam, you can talk about it. We got on a message board and some guy reached out, not to us, but just a plea for help. Guy had nothing. And usually it's help by a neighbour and they're away on holiday. We're talking about electricity here and stuff like that and food. So we did a wee thing and got money to this guy as well. And it's things like that. It's just things that, it blows your mind. And fucking, I've been on our group chat, I've been near tears the past few days of some of the things we're talking about. And it's not funny at all. But we're all kind of making a wee tiny bit of difference. We can't change the world, but we're making a wee bit of difference. And for just heartfelt thanks to all the listeners and everybody that's contributed some amazing prizes as well. And just a big thanks for all of us. It's heartwarming.
Yeah. I mean, the response has been amazing because I've obviously had to go today. I don't want to keep harping on about this, Liam, that I've had to go through today, all of the tickets and stuff. But you see everybody's donations and you see their messages and you're like, fuck me, man. People really, really do care. They really do care. They do really want to give at this time of year. And people are, like, again, you say, Marty, people are going like, I wish I could give more. Going like, you know what? All we've asked you to do is buy a ticket.
Yeah, and just to balance that off, Joe, we do make it as simple as we can for people. Put in the money, give us your name, and tell us where the money wants to go to, right? And that doesn't always happen. So we've done best endeavours to capture everybody's requests, deciphering some of the information that we've been left behind. And again, we appreciate that we've had some other prizes coming after we've started the appeal, so not everyone's had the chance to use that money in different ways. But the purpose is to help people out, so that's the key thing here. And hopefully, a few people will win some good prizes just now.
And the thing is, look, if you win Marty's 10-ton glass thing, right?
if you win Marty's manhole cover,
right?
Hold on, Jason, that prize is going to Dubai. That's a fucking guarantee.
Please God. But
they're the only ones who can afford the fucking shipping.
That's just about the fucking. They're the only bastards could afford the postage.
Well, and another thing, if you've put we might have made some mistakes here, right? So if you've put your ticket in and you're hoping to win a signed Q and you end up with a Versace handbag, sorry, right? We're fucking sorry. But you'll have to have the Versace handbag,
But like I said earlier on in the chat, right, we may have a dovetail from the queue into Saint Snooker Ball every year. Because That'll give us 22 years for one purchase. And we can have June Higgins, John Higgins, and Joe Higgins saying it. You get a saying snooker ball every year.
Well,
No,
that's great.
is that a more unique idea?
Perfect. Right, Joe, you rattle through these prizes and then we'll get the draw kicked off.
Here we fucking go. As Wayno would say, let's get into it.
Bring your dinner.
Share it on the screen so that people can see the draw getting done live.
I'm just going to read the prices there first. Will I?
And then we'll do it live, yeah.
I'll do it live, right? So, Celtic Canvas Art Wall Mural by one. Raider Cup Limited Edition Elijah Craig Official Bourbon sitting right behind me. If you want me to tan it live on screen as part of your praise, that's no problem whatsoever.
I think the listeners thought you did that last week, Joe.
Do you know what, though? Like I said, it's money, right? 2 Celtic kiffias as recently worn by Kneecap. Not actually worn by Kneecap, like the same kiffias. Celtic's frame print. Maradona frame print, both by Social Recluse. 2 Club Celtic lounge tickets for St Mirren game on Sunday, January 6th, 5th.
First.
Can't read, hold on.
Yeah, 5th, Joe. 5th of Jan.
5th. Right. Adult and shared ticket next to the boys. Game to be confirmed. That's for me. Bottle of Bushmills, Black Bush Irish whiskey. Liam just found tonight.
I found it, yeah. So I don't know anything about whiskey. I heard a few booze, but I don't know the first thing about whiskey. So it's there if someone wants it.
What
is it? Blueshmills?
Yeah.
You watched The Wire, didn't you, Liam?
That's Protestant whiskey.
Protestant.
Yeah, I did, but I don't. It would have gone. You know me,
Why do you think Longers has it?
Because I've won it somewhere and just put it back in a raffle, same as everyone else.
I mean,
somebody actually won it. One of somebody over.
Con won it. Con.
Yeah, but he
Con
never got
Dyser
there.
won it.
Yeah.
Con won it. Con lives. That's right. He lives 10 minutes from the fucking brewery. Or from the whatever the fuck it is, distillery.
He also won an IP, a TV sub, but he never fucking picked it up either. Match ticket voucher for the Cato Foundation. 2 adults, 2 children. And he give you a choice. St. John Higgins snooker cue or snooker ball. Depends on which one you want. I mean, we can have all 3 brothers send a snooker ball. We can have one brother send a snooker cue. Which one do you think you'd want to sit on your mantelpiece? Right?
Which one would you rather put in a sock? Never mind.
Exactly. I mean, let's see if you won 3 of those, right? That's big material.
What one would you want?
Move on.
I have a feeling. See if we started doing saying snooker balls, right? I have a feeling all the others would just start paying the money and going like,
which one would you rather?
I need 3 St. Higgins snooker
That's
balls.
little scalpels. Fucking ammunition for a year.
Which one would you rather have if somebody was trying to steal your bin? Know what I mean?
Exactly. What are you going to do? Put him in a pocket? Are you going to
you would know about that, to be fair.
You got one strike though. Anyway, we're making advantage of the sport there. Sorry. A Celtic tour for a family of 4 from David McLaughlin. Again, we'll need to send you candy floss or something as well.
Stick in your ears. I'm only kidding. Big legend.
He loves it though. He loves it.
He loves
He
it.
loves it. Club 67 lounge tickets for use at 2 league games. Fixtures to be announced from Atlanta. £50 food voucher and drinks voucher from the Admiral Woods pub. 3 TV subs from the legendary Dale. And 2 pairs of Ray-Bans, not like as one prize, 1 men's, 1 ladies, and there's some German beer and tequila in the bottom of this one too.
Yeah, that's from Mark at the Thornwood Bar. Are we doing the glasses separately or together? Did we decide that?
No,
they're separately. I'm just saying, like,
separately.
keeping the same guy, Sean, who we need to talk about, Liam, because
I will afterwards. So there's the 2 separate prizes then, the men's glasses and the women's glasses. There's 2 separate prizes.
Right, so we've got essentially 18 prizes here.
Good. And then the 2 additional ones. What about the trainers, Joe? What happened to the trainers?
The trainers are in there. The trainers are the what the fuck did I read? I forgot what the actual name of them. They are collector's edition, €400. Nike Air Jordan 1s. They are actually called Pumpkin Space, and they're size 9.5, but they're like collector's editions. We checked them out online. They're worth £400, so they're on there too. So I put them into.
Is there a separate
19.
raffle for people with size 9.5 feet then for that one?
Do you know what? That wasn't going to work. But I'm picking them up on Friday night in Belfast. Belfast Friday night.
More donations come in there. Can we add the tickets in at the end? Is that possible?
That's what we're doing. That's my job.
Perfect. Thank you.
So the Jordans are in there too. So the Jordans are priced 19. Now, here is the thing. See if you win these, you're not 9.5. Either give them away or you can probably sell them because they're worth a few quid.
Yeah, don't forget Marty's heavy prize as well.
Oh,
Yep, the cut glass brother Walfred Packy Boner lookalike. I mean,
Is it water for crystal, Marty boy?
fucking church net. You know what the fuck it is.
Pretty sure it's kryptonite.
It'll be fucking past the fuck by the time somebody gets it. So don't be worrying.
Do you know what? See if you want a problem. Win Marty's prize.
See if you want a fucking glass jigsaw puzzle, win that prize. Because that's what
That's all the
like,
that's all the prize, isn't it? Right? That's all. That's a ring, isn't it?
Well, the two additional ones as well.
Which of those?
I've got the Paul McStay suite, 2 seats.
Oh, he said that
that's
already.
Right.
I thought
No,
he
I
said
didn't.
that.
Didn't know.
No.
I said the 2 club lounge tickets and 67 lounge tickets.
Okay.
So we've got
Paul
2 seats for
McStay
Paul McStay suite. Two seats for one game. Any game apart from against that lot or a Champions League game.
Yes.
And that's wine and dine, isn't it? Like,
Yep.
holy jeez, that's a good prize. So 2 tickets, Paul McStay suite, any game bar the Muckatonks. Was there another one? Is that it?
Yeah, and then the bag and the shirt separately after.
So we are at essentially overall. Well, main prize draw is 21 prizes. If you put on the fact that it's 3 TV subs, it's 24 prizes. No, it's actually 25 prizes, including John Farrell's. 25 prizes, all 25 winners today, right? And then plus you've got the Versace bag and then the Everton strip. So fucking come on the fuck. Right? That's
Okay.
top quality.
Thank you so much, everybody.
I you know what, I'm amazed sometimes when this happens. Like, see, every year I always think, hope we get a grand, right? Because the grand would be nice, right? But see, when this happens, you're like, this is fucking amazing. You know?
Yeah, Henke's just pulled you up for the Ryder Cup bottle. That was the second one that he said. And obviously, you weren't listening to the start, pal, so pipe down.
Hey.
Like I said last week, see if you're in the chat, you're an arsehole. And again, we don't hate you, but we don't like you. So we'll just ruffle your hair and go, aye, that's right. Did you, aye? Right?
Right.
So,
Let the technology take over. Scott, you help us out here.
right, so here we
This
go.
is the
Right, so here
clever
we go. No, I've got it sorted. Wait a minute. Right.
We're sharing this then on the screen or anything?
Well, relax, Chief. Calm the fuck down. It's coming. Right. So I am going to. Is there any extra donations come in?
We said from the start of the show we'll go. Just go.
Just what we have.
Oh, there's some on the chat. Put them in.
Did they?
If you could just
I
add a
haven't
couple of it.
didn't I? This is so we need to say it's closed now. So
Right,
I
there's
can
one-
update this.
All right. Do you want me to double check before we start?
Yeah.
There was a Paul M, £10.
Got him.
You got him right. Okay, I just have to log in 2 seconds. What was in the chat? Have you covered the ones out the chat?
Sam
That's the ones in the
Francel.
chat.
Don't know his name.
Got him.
You got him. Right, cool.
Got
That's
him.
it. We're done.
2 seconds.
Good to go.
Right, 2 seconds, Joe, and I'll just double check this last one. I'm nearly there.
So,
Right,
this
don't
is
do
all
that.
real. This is all real time stuff, folks.
Right.
As long as there's nobody left for us
Yeah.
to actually.
Paul M, Kevin Kearns, and Sam Fran Celtic. You get that?
Yep. That's us done.
Perfect.
All good.
Right. Let's go.
Sweet. So let me just export this bad boy. It sure did.
Mind the time I done the draw live. I hadn't done the number selection right.
Oh, disaster, man.
It's nothing like a good event run well, is there?
Linda's just shout it in there. If she wins the Versace bag, she'll hand it back in.
You know what? I don't believe her.
Oh, wait for a second.
Tell her to keep it. She's earned it.
She's earned 2 Versace bags, folks.
3.
Okay. She'd be in the Imelda Marcos of fucking bags at this point. She should be. Right, here we go. So we've got number generator up on screen. We've got the we're doing the main draw first, aye?
Nothing on the screen.
I know, wait a second. I've got it on my screen, I'm saying. What I'm doing is I'm pulling this here, right? So I need to what I'm gonna do is I've got to crap this fucking window here. I need to make sure that our WhatsApp chat isn't in the fucking background of this fucking this on-screen thing. Right, so here we go. Right. So I'm going to share my screen now, right? Hopefully what you're going, oh, fuck a second. Alex.
The main IT kid's sitting in the wings there.
Oh, I've got it here, right? Here we go. Present.
Got a pen and paper here, Joe, just as an old school backup.
Right, so I'm going to present my screen, and then you're going to see.
Exact same as we're seeing 2 seconds.
Copy.
This is good for the ones on the wireless.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
There you go. You see that there, aye? You can see that, yeah?
Yeah. Well, consider the numbers on the left, Joe. Prizes on the right.
Yeah, all good. Right. So we've got, as you can see me sliding down there, we've got 1,027 tickets. Right.
Oh.
Now here's the thing: the tickets start at 2 because I had to randomize the entire thing. Right. So what I did was, so the last few years what we've done is we've had people have like 50 tickets in a row, which seems a bit odd because like if you win within the 50 number range, it's a bit odd. So what I did was I randomized everything. So I'm going to close this wee hang off here, which is just the formula. Can't do that. Fuck that. That's fine.
Just hide the column.
Just hide the column. Mate. That's fine.
Just delete it.
Just right click on it, Joe.
There we go. Good. So this is all the numbers. So we're going from 2 to 1,027. Right?
Oh, no, Joe. That's 10,000.
10,027. We got a few fucking red herrings in there.
Right. So first prize is Celtic Canvas Art 1 mural. Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
There we go. 414. Let's slide all the way down.
Back up.
So what? I can't see a fucking thing. My eyes are gone.
Joe, keep going. Right, keep going. It's not the.
Right, stop. If you're listening, that's
Joe, back. Stop.
414. There we go.
Somebody Costello. I can't switch. There you go.
Gina Costello.
Just copy it over into the next slide. Restart. Just copy it right across.
Fucking hell, man.
You should have done this, you fucking dick. Between that and the pen.
I should have done it.
This week.
It's all right. It's going well. It's fucking first prize. Relax.
Right,
There's that, Joe. We're going to be here for a month and a half, though, but fuck.
Where do you see Joe's computer bursting into flames?
Joe, do you not need to write canvas art next to it?
I've got it, Jason, written down. I'll sort it.
I'll do one. I'll do one next time. How about that? How about my fucking idea? And so, will we do the praise guy thing and get the numbers out of the range, or we just keep going?
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
There you go. So, praise number 2, the Raider Cup bourbon whiskey sitting behind me. Right?
If somebody wins a prize again in the same number, we obviously draw it again.
3, 5, 6.
Down you go. One more. Down you go.
You big dick.
I actually can't even fucking see these numbers.
No, down. Stop. Paul Malloy.
Paul Malloy. Paul
Pale
Malloy.
Malloy.
Yeah, it's
Paul Malloy.
Paul Malloy, the Modfather from
Yeah,
The Cures.
there we go.
Brilliant.
Pale Malloy. Well
I
done.
think he likes a bit of whiskey as well, does he not?
Yeah, and he's got the non-Protestant whiskey, so he's done well.
Well, he loved this half bottle of
Boy, the
bourbon.
game Bushnell back for sure. He's a Gaelic player.
He is. Very good one.
He loved this half-drank bottle of bourbon. Tell you, he loved it.
Which
So
one
we'll
was just
praise,
the sponsor, Anthony?
praise number 3. Well, praise number 3's got 2 praises. 2 Celtic Kiffies, so it's 1 each. So here we go. 293. 293. I need to fucking make these numbers bigger. Hang on.
So that's the road number. You can't change that.
Fucking hell, man.
Shut up, you.
Right, stop.
Del Boy!
Del
Del Boy went to
Unit
Celtic
283.
Kiffia.
Unit 283.
Not 283.
No,
293.
293.
Oh my god.
Del Boy's
No, no,
293.
Del Boy's 293 and 283.
You're lucky you fucking sparrow.
Funny if that's Del Boy or not. We'll find out.
It is.
Good.
Must be.
Okay.
Okay.
So another one.
Kiffia number 2. 723.
Yes.
Who's that?
Dunno.
Keep going. Stop.
Eddie Conroy.
Ah, well done, Eddie. Big head.
Eddie Conroy. Kiffia. Right. Happy days. So next one is Celtic frame print by Social Recruits.
Did PJ
No.
bring them over with him, by the way? Or has he got them at home still?
He left him in Glasgow Airport.
What town are we in?
225.
Yes.
Celtic
This is a
frame print.
Celtic print.
225. Nearly there.
Tommy
Tom-
McGunn.
Tom McGinn. Tom McGurn. Tom McGurn.
Joe, do you need glasses or do you just
Do
fucking...
you know what? I should be wearing glasses.
I've got mine on, Joe. You're fine.
My screen's too far away.
Got that smoke in front of you.
Right. So next one is Maradona frame print. Here we go.
Class
486. 486 is Nick
Going.
Murphy.
No. Keep going. That's 6.
That's 466.
pick. In the name
Stop,
of
stop.
good fuck. Joe, see before you do,
shouting out names to be
Ryan
named.
McClory. Sorry, Nick.
exactly. Stop fucking shouting out names until Liam checks them.
Thank you. 486. Ryan McClory. Well done.
You fucking mess.
Right, so I just call the names out. I call the numbers out and you sort them out.
Yeah.
That's a much better idea.
Ryan's getting Madonna print.
Like a virgin.
Right.
Big Club
Celtic.
Celtic Lounge tickets. There we go. 412.
Right. Keep going, Joe. Stop. Paul Flanagan.
Paul Flanagan.
Oh, Flan dog. Well done.
Paul, get in touch with me and I'll sort that out for you.
2 Celtic Lounge tickets. Can't spell ticket. That's fine.
It's all right.
Right, here we go. Next one is adult and
Sure.
child ticket next to the boys.
Yeah.
131. 1-3. Oh, pass that away.
Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Keep going. Keep going up. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
J boy. J boy. Well, right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Joe Boy.
J boy has got the child and adult ticket. Next to the boys.
Right. Protestant whiskey next.
Don't just choke.
Bushmills is next. Bushmills is next. Who wants it? 2-3-1.
Liam.
2-3-1 is Damien. Oh, hold on, it's 2-2-1.
Mark Nugent.
Fuck me, Joe.
Mark
Said a
Nugent.
bit about not shouting the names out, right? You can stick to that.
And the name a good fuck.
Honestly, God.
It makes it all more entertaining, doesn't that? No?
Aye, it certainly does.
For somebody who's not winning,
Especially when the guy's listening. Oh, I shout my name out of one, you beauty. Oh, fuck off, no.
You leave it in the door.
Right.
Hewlett Packard has won the ball.
Right, so my second
Armour.
voucher from the Kano.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3-2-8.
Not very bad.
Stop.
That's just weird.
Shawnee boy, MA. Sean.
Shawty boy.
Johnny
Oh, he wins every year.
Butler.
Sean, I'll have them for you, son. I'll sort that out. Don't worry, I'll take that off your
Sean has
hands.
won the Kano voucher. Oh, Butler.
Good man. Get yourself
Well
over.
done, Marty.
Say John Higgins Q. The fucking ooh.
The main prize.
Or the saying the trifecta of
Aye, just go on there.
Joe, fucking draw that.
44.
All the fours.
Can I afford 44?
44.
Stop. Kieran Sean.
Kieran Sean.
You're in Sean.
Good man, Kieran.
Higgins Q. Doesn't say which Higgins.
Celtic
Joke
tour.
about Randy.
Celtic tour for a family of 4 with David McLaughlin.
Right, I
There
want
we
this
go.
one.
There we go. He's getting it. 8-1-4. Somebody late in the party is getting it.
Scott wants it and then just goes, every time Davey talks, he just goes, boo.
8-1-4. Who is
You
it?
going,
Who is
Joe?
it?
Down. Loads to go, Joe. That's 9. You're on there.
Am I on there?
You're 100 away. You specky twat.
I
Come
thought
on.
you meant name as in name.
James Smith.
Smith. James Smith.
Thank Jim Smith.
Congratulations,
Smith.
James.
Well done, Joey.
Off to the dungeon you go.
Oh, who, Hamish?
Diddle.
Right. Club
Go on.
67.
McLaughlin.
Club
McLaughlin
67 ticket.
No. Right. Carry on.
Club 67 ticket, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. There we go. 4-2-8.
Sounds good.
The late rivals aren't like much joy here, aren't they? No.
Stop, Joe. Stop. Come over a bit. Something. Gabain South.
Gavin Celt.
Ben Selt. So that's the 67 lounge tickets.
Yeah, for two different games. It's one ticket for 2 games.
Aye, tell them to contact me.
Yeah, just to be clear there.
Ticket for 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah, single ticket for 2 different games. Yeah.
Sweet. Happy days. Next one is £50
Admiral
food
voucher.
voucher.
Yeah, food and drink. Admiral on Waterloo Street.
Oh, big Sean wins this
273.
again.
273. Let's go back up. My eyesight's getting better. Oh.
Stop.
Rory Crawford. Rory Crawford.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right, well done, Rick.
hope you're old enough.
There we go. Where are we now?
Right,
So
the Thornwood one is the tequila and the German beers.
The 4-2 one.
Thornwood.
Yeah, from Mark. So it's
Aye.
under number 18, but you can do it under 14, Joe. It's fine. So it's
Aye,
the
so
German
So-
beers and tequila.
German
Now,
versus
these
Here
would
we
be
go.
2 of my favourite things. Just see it.
907.
On the later rivals.
He's randomised them, so it could be anyone, Jason. I think that was the idea.
Aye, but I'm saying no many of the late ones have come on.
No, the numbers. Keep going, Joe. Stop.
907.
Colton Celt.
Hello,
yeah.
Sal.
There
we
Give a beer to the guy staying in jail.
Fucking hell, had to happen. Had to happen, that.
You could drink him as a carryout next time he's over.
Right. So 3 TV subs now next.
Yeah.
12-month subs. If you have your own Fire Stick, this is. If you get your own Fire Stick, buy one. 6,
Just one
7,
prize
3.
or 3 prizes.
Three separate prizes.
3 separate prizes. 6, 7, 3. David McBride.
673. Hold on, David McBride. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Friday,
David.
Friday. Buy a Fire Stick.
And another one. 413.
I
Didn't know what
can't
it
remember that number. 412 one, didn't they?
Tim
And
Tooth.
414.
Tooth.
Tim
Tim
Tooth.
Tooth.
That's exactly what you're looking for. What a
You're
name,
right.
Tim.
You're right around
Double
that.
T.
Big lad.
Double T.
Double T. Big T.
Right. And one more for the TV. 444.
All the fours.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Stephen Cannon.
Cannon.
Stephen Cannon. Well done, Stephen.
Well done, SC.
Like Steve-O. Can dog.
Right.
Can't
Next up
sexual.
is Can't sexual. Men's Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Yes, this is for me now.
There we go. 71.
Oh, hold
Dear
it.
Scott, you could be in there. Let's do it.
71.
Nah.
Mark McDonald.
Mark McDonald.
Well done, Mark
What
McDonald.
about
Big
the Tom
market.
Cruise this summer, Mark? Don't worry about it.
Next summer. Right. Women's Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
There for Scott.
413. We got just do that.
I've heard the 413 already.
We've had that. So
Have we?
that was TT.
That's all right. Just draw it again.
So it is. I
Tim
don't
Tooth. Maybe he
Well,
wanted some
I'm okay.
fucking.
I'm looking for him. Comment twice.
He wanted
341.
It's just a look at the draw.
341.
Jim Harlow.
Jim Haddo.
There you go, Jim.
Becky, did you? Oh,
Jim's got the ladies Ray-Bans on yourself, Jim.
He's at a concert tonight as well, so we'll have to find that out tomorrow when he's
He's at the
back.
Mary Wallopers tonight. There you are, Jim. You will be a Mary Walloper when you get home. German beers and
Done that.
we've already done that one.
Yeah.
The Nike Air Jordans, the Pumpkin Space Nike Air Jordan collectibles. Here we go.
just stick a pair of socks on these ones, Joe. I'm on a size 9 and a half.
683. 683. Where are you?
Stop. Del Boy again.
Del Boy wins him again.
There you go. By the way, that's good news. Del Boy puts all sorts into this. Good on you, Del Boy.
Aye, but he's only a size 4 feet. That's how he tipped on. You need to put
Aye.
2 feet in both of them, man.
Aye, he's a wee 14.
So Marty's Ben lid.
There we go.
There we
Fuck
go.
this one,
Who's
I don't want
on
this
this way?
That was an Arabic name in Dubai.
778. 778. Here we go. Mark McDonald. 2
Again?
prizes.
Well done, Mark.
That Mark one too.
Aye.
Yeah.
He's going to meet Marty in Belfast tomorrow morning, though.
There you go.
No, I'm gonna fucking float over with that. I'm gonna float over on that thing and hand it to him.
Please live in Dubai, Mark.
Surf across the Irish Sea. Paul McStay Sweets.
Here we
Tickets.
go.
What kind of sweets are they?
There we go. This is a praise. 841. 841 is, hold on, am I too far away?
That's Scott Laird.
Scott Laird. Scott Laird.
He didn't fucking.
Scotland Anonymous. Oh,
No, see, Scott Laird put a thing. He put Scott Laird Anonymous as well, so he did put his money in. Like
He did. He put anonymous, then he got in touch to say he'd put 50 in anonymous. So well done to him. He put a big chunk in there.
well
Yeah.
done, Scott.
right, so that's the main praise.
Scott,
Done.
tell Scott to contact me as well, and I'll sort that out for him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right, so
Does that conclude the main draw?
that's the main
Yeah,
draw
man.
one.
Well done,
Joe.
Joseph.
That was good
I think
stuff.
I'll need to leave and go to work now, but fucking well done, Joe.
Aye. So we've just got 2 draws to go. The
2 draws ago, we got the Everton strip now,
go for
which
that.
is from 2 to 30. Oh, I can't fucking see 30.
Could have done them on paper, Joe. There's so few of them.
I know, but sure. Let's be fair about this.
Extra money in
So-
the kitty.
The Everton strip. Send Everton strip going to
15.
Sean the Boy Hoops, our favourite.
fucking
debate.
damn
There we go,
it,
Johnny boy.
Yeah, who's paying the postage?
That'll be me.
No,
You're holding the strip, aren't you, Liam?
yeah. I'll give it to Craig. I'll give it to Craig next week when I see him.
Aye, good shout.
And Craig can take it back and give it to Sean.
So we've had about 63 entries for the Versace bag. So here we go. Versace bag 63. Let's make sure that's completely right. Hang on. This 63.
Yeah. Oh, Windy at the bottom.
Windy at the bottom.
Yeah.
Rosie in there as well.
Go. Here we go. And the number is 36. Who wins this?
Jay Sean.
Yay, Sean wins a Versace bag.
Congratulations. What a fucking praise.
Well
He's
done.
won again, hasn't he? That's two.
They stuck a right wedge in fairness.
Oh, no, that's
Aye,
good.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. No, it's
Nice
good.
one. So contact me as well, Jay Sean. I'll get that sorted.
So we will put these up on Twitter then, tomorrow at least.
Yep.
All the winners. Because I have them all saved here now.
Did you do the cafes?
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. Who won those?
The Del Boy and Eddie Conroy.
Gramble. That's right. Get the details in. Get them off to him.
Perfect. Brilliant. Well done, everybody.
Joe, I'll grab my MacBook and I'll get the prizes on the next 10 minutes. I'll type it up and fire them on.
Happy fucking days. There you go, folks. That's us.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And another duck
I hope
egg to
you-
the Versace bag.
Right, back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
Go and
do
walk
you know what?
about the house tonight if you want to wear it just before I get away. No, brilliant. Well done, everybody. And that's it done for another year. But fantastic. Tremendous.
Just to give you an idea of how much, so on the final, £6,470 was raised as of right this minute, which is when we've just finished the raffle, and we set out an adventurous estimate of $3,000 that was surpassed within a couple of weeks, and then we pushed it to $5,000, and then we didn't chase it for $5,000. Now it's closer to $7,000. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. People are just so generous, and people get behind us every year, and it motivates us, I suppose, more and more to continue doing it, you know. And the more we do it, the more we're able to help, the more people come towards us, and the more we can have an impact, you know. And again, it's not a charity-based sort of concept. It's a very much a human-based concept of like, let's get the money together and hand it out, you know. And it makes Christmas really, really good for not just the people that we give these things out to, but for us and hopefully for yourselves, because it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yep. Well done, Joe. Well done, everybody. And most of all, well done, the listeners. Thank you for the bottom of your hearts.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Right, what are we going to talk about?
There's not much happened since we've been on earlier.
You know what? I've got a feeling tonight's gonna be fucking. Do you know what? I want to hear the stories of Sunday. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear plans, preparations, stories, and stress, intensity, and wild celebration. Have you got that for me?
Well, we've got a special guest, the big guy from Gallagher's bar that knocked the boy out. He'll be on the
Big mix.
I did see that video. it It's kind of hilarious. Like,
Right, so we'll gloss over the Santa dash, right? Then we'll just get straight to the main event. But Scott, you go first. On you go, mate. Give us your day.
In relative terms, is recently, it was kind of safe without incident. So as cause I missed last week, I was on basically a fucking 3-day bender, you know what I mean? So I woke up early enough on Sunday. I was doing at my mate's house down in Castlemilk, just in the Castlemilk, should I say, and just a good bevy. Now, as you said in the show, you had me banky right. Well, you know I'm a fucking bags eyes, do you know what I mean? And like you boys have said last week in the show, they have been playing better and they have looked like a team, do you know what I mean? So I didn't think it was going to be the whitewash that everybody was predicting a month earlier, but you've still got the confidence. You've got the confidence in this team, do you know what I mean? But everybody in the room, we were all hitting the nerves and stuff like that. So the wine was back in the agenda, do you know what I mean? No problems getting in, no problems, just get a wee bust into the game in early enough. But like I say, kind of, the game happened, obviously, it's delayed later on, and just through a few bits of circumstance, I just ended up back in the Vogue. Smitty was on in the Vogue singing afterwards, a fair few Guinness to celebrate, and up the road and fucking good times. But I'm sure we'll come to the game today. But nothing spectacular happened. No dramas, no fucking meeting with the Mankey mob at any point and stuff like that. So all good. Got to celebrate with the good people of Raglan. So it was a good day all in. What about yourself?
Aye, kind of similar. It was we went in the bus for the tavern and it left mega early because they like to get a spot so you get out quite sharp. So we left at 12:30. And so we're doing the tavern for about 11:30. The blessed PJ was there and it was just constant, what town are we in? Fucking all day. But I had a great time. Me and Ellie met his boys, his sister Katie, PJ, and just good squaddies. And we all went on the bus. And Paul and Becky were up for Barnsley as well. And I just had an absolutely brilliant day. And got in, just sat on the bus with a good few beers there, and then just sort of sauntered up to the game. We were in the main stand for a change. We're normally in the north stand, so we're in the main stand. And it was brilliant, you know, and the game was, nerves were jangling. I'm not talking about the game anyway, we'll go on to talking about the game, but at the end, outstanding, and just, you couldn't have asked for a better ending, you know. See, at the end of the day, see if you could go into the game and you could pick that as a way to win it, you would take it all day long. But you see putting yourself through it, oh my God, it's horrific. But all's well that ends well. And then back on the bus, back to the tavern in Morrow, had a few in there and ended up in the King Lud and Craignuke. And then Linda picked us up and up like a lark the next day, walked it off, but in the office, into the town, and spring in your step. You know, no matter how much you've drunk, see days after, like games like that, there's no danger. You just get up and you're just happy as Larry. Listen to every kind of podcast you can get, every radio station, every kind of snippet you can take for it. And their pain was just beautiful. It was just quite uneventful like yourself, Scott, but absolutely magic. Just loved every minute of it, and spent with the best people and just had an absolute ball. Just great. How about you, Skip?
Yeah, pretty quiet night as well, to be honest with you, same as the rest. So just went into Chapman's about 12:30. Smitty was on there before the game, and then the Vogue after. So it was all right. It was busy, but not too mobbed in there. So a couple of hours in there, met Mick in there, and then strolled down with a carry out to the game. Just the usual bit. Really pretty wild, wasn't it? It was pretty windy and stuff. on the way down. So just kind of got down there sharpish. I did bump into you in the toilet, I think, in the stadium, didn't we?
That's right,
in the south end as well. I told you before we'd asked for 2 tickets together, written on both the forms, and then Mick was in the north stand and I was in the south stand. So usual carry on. So yeah, pretty quiet. And then afterwards, I don't know how sharp Scott you get out the ground, but I just kind of left after the team had gone round and then walked back up to Chapman's again. Just went in, had a few pints in there. It's pretty good atmosphere, loads of people in celebrating, but nothing too mad really. Had a few pints up the road, so pretty tame by all accounts. But a great day again.
How did the young princess enjoy it?
She was good. She was on the pitch on the track at the end there. She was loving it. She was sat with Donna, and Donna went, "You can't go on." And then someone said something to Donna, and Donna turned around and she just bolted and got on there. So very proud of her. Yeah, so she loved it. I think because they were right behind the goal, so that I think it's quite difficult to see from there, the other end of the pitch sort of thing. But they got all the goals at least anyway, all the Celtic goals outside, and then the drama of the penalties. So yeah, it was. We'll get onto the game. It was a pretty long afternoon in the stadium, I thought, but great before and great afterwards, and the fallout and the fun has been tremendous to see.
Yeah. How about the 2 Irish boys? How did you spend your day?
Fucking steaming.
Watching the house, full of wine, fucking eating good food, fucking having a great time. Wee man and his mate were in watching the game, and fucking just buzzing. Kids love penalty shootouts. And it's brilliant. Like
I don't. I can assure you.
Near the eye. But like kids love it. I mean, fucking yeah. It was I thought when Kuhn scored it was over. I was like, that's it done. I mean, yeah. And then you get an extra time penalties, and then Butland's up for a penalty and he scores a cracker, and you're like, oh fuck. I mean, but nah, big Casper, big tubby pie eating cunt for play him.
Yep. I won't name the fucking place we went to save them their blizzards, but there was a hall full of Tims, must have been maybe 200 in the fucking hall, and their fire stick went at the start of the match.
Oh no.
So I bolted into the bar, which had a perfect fucking TV on it, as did most of the 200 people in the fucking hall. So it ended up when they managed to get it back on, it was 10 minutes behind. So every comes and went it in reverse. And then they rebooted it at half time and fucking put it back to normal. But so yeah, don't go to Ruddy's to watch
just want to guess a few spots.
They could have done it the game I was in, but I noticed it.
But it was funny as fuck. Here's your mom was going, it's just not even a fucking thing. It's just not even a dodgy thing. He said, I paid for it on Amazon. I paid for the match. We were fucking torturing him. So it ended up a good laugh, and everybody was fucking taking the piss and whatever else. But the match itself, like Scott says, like they have improved. They're better, and they had their one real tactic was to try and catch us on the hop, and they did it with Greg Taylor. And like they're a fucking brutal side to watch. Like they're just long ball, hoof it merchants, booting all around them. They're fucking crap. Like if you had lost a match, you'd have been raging. You don't mind losing. You know what I mean? You don't like. Not that you don't mind, but if you lose to a superior team, you're like, oh, well, fair enough. No, they're good, but fuck, see, if you had lost them, I'd have lost the fucking plot. They're a terrible team. And so we were fucking steaming anyway. And Paddy McDonald had his play on in the same venue that night. So he comes in to me and goes, right, come use in after they cleared the hall, and then they laid the hall out for his show. So he says, come use in and watch the play. I said, I fuck no sweat. I said, now some of us are going because they work early in the morning. I said, but me and a couple of us are howling on. We'll come in and watch the play. So we went back into the bar, started horsing the drinking days again. So eventually I says to one of my mates, I need to go and watch this fucking play. How long did I go and see if it started yet? And when I walked in, everybody had left. The fucking play was over. They were cleaning up. I was like, what the fuck happened here? Where'd that night go? Fuck me. So that's the staple we're in. But Paddy ended up coming back into the bar, and his man and dad was there. So we ended up standing drinking with his man and dad, having a bit of crack. So it was a fucking smashing night. Another good day, a good Celtic day out. And God bless all the boys and girls who got their tickets. I'm delighted for you. It seemed the atmosphere was incredible, and they put a great display on for the watching world. You know.
So it's interesting you say it, right? And I'm in a couple of group chats, and obviously at half time I was checking them, but guys doing in Liverpool and stuff like that, and like every one of them are like, "What the fucking game this is?" And I'm like, "It's fucking shite." But see, for like a neutral watching it, it must have been enthralling. But for us watching it, and I don't know about yous, but I think see Celtic for about the past month, I don't think we've been great, and I think we've been like we've been winning games, no playing great, which is a good thing. And I think once we kick on, it'll be fucking good night Vienna for the rest of the league. But I just think we've hit a wee lull. But as we're hitting that lull, we're still producing the goods. And albeit slightly fortuitous, some could say, with the cup final. But I don't know. I just thought, see, to be honest, Mark, you're saying look, they're rubbish, right? I'm kind of looking at it different. I think, come on, maybe I'm just fucking daft and I'll get beat to Dundee at the weekend, but that Spurs game and our game, it made the two of them like chaos. And they were, I mean, they'd finished on the Thursday, we'd finished on the Tuesday, but they were looking every bit as fit as us. Maybe an extra time, I thought we had more of the legs, and I was a bit disappointed we didn't put them to bed in extra time, because I thought we could have, because we've made some decent subs. But you got to give them credit for the way the midfield, like McGregor didn't have a great game. They didn't give him much time to settle on the ball. They were fighting forever. And everybody goes on about the word press nowadays, but theirs was pretty good. And it's like the game was like the first half with a couple of half chances, but nothing like major. And then they scored obviously for the fuck up. I think it was the right move for Brendan Rodgers to take Thursday off. I thought he was hopeless. And that was kind of what Big Thomas and that were saying to me about him. And it kind of proved him wrong. I thought he was looking like a great partnership with Carter Vickers, but he was fucking posted missing, I don't know how many times. And I thought Scales done all right. I didn't think he was amazing, but he gave us that threat up front. Nearly scored with a glancing header when he came on. Maybe a couple of mistakes, but I thought he was actually all right and he was getting rid of the ball quicker. But once we're 1-0 down, we've come back, we've got 2 goals. You know, Taylor obviously a bit lucky, but at the end of the day, fair play to him. He swung his leg at it, and you never know what's going to happen. We get lucky with the goal, the deflection. Maeda's goal was just a touch of absolute class, but from a Rangers perspective, they'd be raging because it's a kind of mistake. Fucking they'll blame it as a mistake, but he was majestic the way he fucking get the ball up, his first touch, unbelievable, then dispatched it. Brilliant. And I was thinking we'd have went on there and beat them at 4-1. But they fucking dug in and they come back and fucking sickener. And then obviously when Kuhn produces a bit of magic, well, I thought Engels done great as well for the goal. He didn't do much else in the game. But I thought Engels was brilliant for that goal, the way he took it down and he played the right ball. He couldn't just slotted it away. I'm kind of different for you, Liam. I didn't think we were over the line by then. I thought there's another twist in this. Someone was telling me because we just didn't look convincing. We didn't look. By that point, it was a 50-50 game. And then it's fucking, I know, probably for the other side for the Aberdeen goals, but very, very similar. And when you look at it, when you look at Rangers' second goal, they get right lucky because it took a deflection for Kyogo, and I think Schmeichel's saving that, but shit happens. But for their equaliser, I thought Maeda was bad. I thought Carter Vickers wasn't great, didn't cover himself in glory either. And it's just a terrible goal to give away. Free header, just fucking nightmare. And then obviously we can discuss penalties later, but that was kind of my synopsis of the game. I didn't think Celtic were great, but I thought we dug in and we did what we had to do, but I didn't think we were really good. I thought they were maybe, it was a 50-50 game. I wouldn't say they were better than us at all. And obviously the penalty that they should have got, I think it probably was a penalty. You know, you look at it and fucking we got away with one there, but fucking hell, how many times have they got away with one with us? And it makes it even sweeter that it was a penalty and they didn't get it. So, fucking delighted. Delighted. But I didn't think we were great, but we get the job done.
Was it a penalty though? Was it?
I think so, because I didn't know the rule, but the rule is seemingly if you hold their jersey, even if they go into the box, because I don't think he blew straight away. If he blew straight away, then fair enough, it's no penalty. But he didn't blow straight away. Seemingly, I don't know exactly, but they're saying he didn't blow straight away, and it does go into the box, and he's still holding his jersey. So they say it's a penalty. But...
So clarify this then. Is the man in the box the guy that's committing the foul? Is he the penalty, or is the guy that's supposedly being fouled in the box? Is he the penalty?
The guy that's in the box that's getting his jersey pulled is the penalty. Doesn't matter where scales.
I know, but he wasn't really in the box when his jersey got pulled.
He eventually was in the box with his jersey still getting pulled.
I know, but then where does the foul then rest? Is the first contact, second contact?
Scott, no. They say it's the total fucking full, the total full action of the foul from the start to the finish. So if he's still getting pulled when he's in the box, it's a penalty.
Yeah, Joe, see if you half someone outside the box and they fly through the air and land in the box, that's not a penalty, right? Because the foul's committed outside the box in one action. But see if you hold on to someone and carry on holding them and they keep running and they end up in the box in possession of the ball, then that is culminating in a penalty there. If you started outside but you continue the offence into the box while the attacker's in possession, it's still a 50-50.
Is it a fine margin, Liam? It's a fine law. It's a fine margin.
It is.
But that's the law.
I think it's a penalty, Joe, personally.
Aye, you'd be raging if it was against us, but fucking I'm even more delighted it wasn't against us. And
exactly.
I'm actually glad it happened. And they're talking about the fucking revamping the full refereeing thing. The VAR guys are banned in the
I know, when did that ever fucking happen to us? Disbanded the whole fucking VAR unit. Fucking never. They're a joke.
I think in a Hearts game, first time VAR was introduced, fucking things. I mean, you look at that full season, the amount of fucking penalties they got, and the penalties they didn't give against when that was it Goldson. Fucking hellish. They gave him about 10 penalties in the season. None.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, at the end of the day, fucking, here we go. But, aside, so what did you think of my analogy of the game? Did you kind of agree with it, or what was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to go back over old ground about the Zagreb game, Jace. I listened to the podcast from last week, but that was a lot of the frustration was around how we performed on the night when we had such a good opportunity. And I know you gave a lot of credit to Zagreb last week, which was fair enough. They definitely played a tactical game. They're happy to let us have the ball. And
I think they just put all to be fair.
Well, I think they played a different game, in my view, to the way Zagreb did. But,
definitely,
yeah, different tactical game. But I mean, like Zagreb let us have the ball and said, come at us and show us what you can do. And most of this season, we've been brilliant at that. We've been able to take teams apart, but we didn't do that at all against Zagreb, which was frustration about how we performed with the opportunity. But skipping back from that, Rangers have done again what a few teams have done to us, and had success. I mean, we just seem to really struggle with a little bit, and they didn't do the full man for man, which other teams like Kilmarnock did on us once and did a number on us, and other teams have done. I think they went man for man, other than the left one centre back on the ball, but then they used the extra man to cover McGregor, for example. They cut the outlets, and when teams play like that against us, and I don't think Rangers are a great team. They're not a terrible team, but they're not a great team. We just, I don't know, we really stuff him. We seem to stick with getting the ball out and playing through the, breaking through the lines quickly when teams play like that against us. And the game really suited Rangers. I thought, I've listened to one of their podcasts just to get a bit of reaction, and they're talking about they thought they were brilliant. They played us off the park the first half. I mean, for me, throughout the game, almost every chance they had or every attack they had, it was us giving the ball to them, giving them the ball directly. There was a few bits, but there wasn't much of creating stuff and taking us apart. We just continually gave the ball away to them.
I think that was down to their press.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm saying they weren't just attacking us at will and carving us apart. It was always counter attacks as we gave the ball away to them. And I didn't know. Trusty didn't stand out for me in the first half. I just thought everyone was pretty poor in the first half. And I just assumed he was injured at half time. And I found that really interesting that he brought Scales on for his passing ability, because Scales is good on the ball. But I think when our team is playing at their best and Scales was there, he's one of the few that always wants to take 2 or 3 touches before he passes it, where a lot of the other ones are really good at the one-touch football. But that's not a criticism. That's just like he's slightly behind some of the other players, basically. But
do you not think Scales gets the ball forward more than Trusty? Trusty will always play the side pass.
Yeah, I do think Scales is a bit slow at doing it as well, though, to be fair. But you know, he was obviously better. It was better in that regard than Trusty was. But you know, I just thought one of the things that's been bugging me a lot recently is like Hatati's continually getting played 4 games, and I just think he's been awful. I know he scored the winner at Aberdeen, and it was an amazing goal or whatever, but he's that sort of player that he's either brilliant or he's completely out the game. And he wasn't as bad as the game before. I think it was Zagreb where he just gave the ball away continually. It wasn't as bad as that, but he's really ineffectual. And I think when he's ineffectual, I thought Bernardo was good, personally. I'd be interested in other people's views. I thought
Hattati was a lot better than Bernardo.
Did you? Right, I was totally the opposite of that. So maybe that's just a bit of bias because of the frustration I've had with him recently. But I thought Bernardo was really unlucky to be taken off in both the last 2 games before Hattati. But so just think, we've got no outlet there when he's off form like that. McGregor's getting closed down. I think we don't have enough variation in our play, really. And if you think, you talked about the goal last week from Kyogo, which was fucking out of this world. He scored against Hibs, but I think that's the last 4 games we played now. He started 3 of them. I can't. You can barely remember him having a chance.
No, he's no chances at all. He's trying his bollocks off, but he's not getting anything. Yeah. He had that chance before we got the Kuhn goal, or what? It was the corner, wasn't it?
It was a bit weird. It was across a ball come across him, and normally he's good at finishing them, but he didn't seem to get a good contact on it. I didn't think.
But he kind of did, but the defender did well. I think it was a corner, didn't it? So that was his only chance. It was like a flash chance, but he's normally good at putting him away. But
and I think you said last week maybe, but we are being a bit lazy just now. Whether it's fatigue or whether it's using the same players, but we just seem to be falling into this. McGregor runs the game, or give the ball to Kuhn and hope something happens from there. We've kind of got a real lack of variation in our play, and I think we're becoming a bit easier to play against for teams if they come up with a plan. Because Bruges outplayed us, Zagreb we struggled against, and these are good teams, so I'm not taking that lightly. But I thought Rangers did their homework on us. They came in on a bit of a crest of a wave, but they just contained us and pounced on our mistakes. There wasn't this, they took the game to us and took us apart narrative that they seem to be kind of dreaming up.
No, I don't agree with that either. It was a 50-50 game. What I would say is that the thing, Kuhn is an amazing outlet down the right, but normally you would have a Maeda doing that down the left, and he's kind of not been doing that recently. I know he scored a worldly goal, but you're not getting that for the left side.
Yeah,
you're kind of, when Forrest comes on, you're kind of getting a bit more down the left side there, but not so much with Maeda, if you know what I mean. He's kind of, because normally you would think.
And I thought Kuhn did really well in the first half, where he took the ball and he went round. I think it was Balogun, and did a great break into the box, and then the ball came out to Tati, and why on earth he just fucking hit the ball on the floor? I got no idea. He hit straight at Butland, where he had to be off the ground and kind of to give himself a chance. So that was a bit frustrating. And obviously, I know Taylor will get a lot of stick for the goal, but look, it's just one of them. I don't think he saw Brahmi, to be honest with you. I think he was just stood behind one of our own players and just made a balls up. But it was kind of on the cards. I think that goal was sort of coming. And wasn't feeling great at half time. I just thought we've been kind of quite off the ball again. But you know, you always have faith in this team. But I suppose on the flip side, without sounding negative, but we've won so many times at Hampden, so often. You've always got the back of your head, fucking, we're going to have to lose a game at some point here, and you're wondering whether this is the one it's going to be. But thankfully, it never turned out that way. But yeah, first half was a slog. So let's see what Scott thinks about the start and the first half.
Bollocks. It's I don't know. There is a kind of desperation to analyse things and overanalyse things. Do you remember when you would always? I mean, certainly when Celtic were honky tonk, you always, whilst it never really went for us a lot of the time in the 90s and stuff, you always felt we had a chance in the games. Do you know what I mean? Who am I getting a leaf for Buffy Sunday? Anyway, so I just felt you always had a chance. You would hope that your team would go and give it all. But under, come on, we've had their number. And this is the kind of first time the game was really turned into a derby. You know what I mean? It was the first time in a good wee while that they turned up with a battle plan, and the battle plan was very much to put us under pressure, stop us playing, try and smother our best players, and it kind of did work. You know what I mean? It certainly worked to the point that we made mistakes. Do I think we were good? Nah. I don't know what the fuck's happened.
That's Jay.
Who is it? No, Jason's on mute.
Is he? Okay, it's Marty then.
The Marty.
Hey, keep going. Don't worry.
We'll just mute it. No. So, right, I didn't think Celtic were good. I didn't think they were particularly great as a football team. I didn't come away going, by the way, we were really, really lucky there. I felt when it got to extra time, we looked the more likely just, but come half time, we were the better. I think we were the better team without being overly great. Like I say, I think there's a desperation to put. I think Rangers made into a proper derby. They actually gave us something to think about. And
do you think there's a wee bit of like, well, we have to be dominant.
Yeah, which
or else, but which I don't think we were.
No, of course we weren't dominant, and the fact of the matter is, for everything that went on, it was a penalty that won us it, which is fucking magic. Do you know what I mean? Because somebody asked it today, have we ever beat the Rangers in penalties in a cup final?
Do you think Dizan hit that penalty? Because I do.
Well, he said he did, but again, I think he said that he didn't catch it sweet or something like that. But when he's walking it, it's fun. It's funny, right? But to summarise the whole thing, you can walk away and totally overanalyze the game. If they were closer in the league, you'd maybe have more of a sweat on that a slip here and there could allow them back in, which of course still can be the case. But right now, the mad thing is, at the turn of the year, you've got the Huns right away. But I would imagine, know that Brendan Rodgers will allow it, but imagine, certainly myself, I'm almost already looking at fucking Young Boys as the game that matters. You know what I mean? If Celtic win that game against Young Boys, then you're setting up your second half of your season to be fucking wonderful, as good as the first one. We should never really. Certainly, winning the cup was fucking brilliant. Was absolutely brilliant. They put us through the ringer. We won it in penalties. It seems that a decision went against them. Fucked them. I don't know. I think sometimes we kind of just sit back and go, "You fucking won it." That's all we need to. Do you know what I mean? I'm going round in circles. I know I'm arguing in it because I'm not actually sure. I've listened to so many pods and stuff, and people telling us about what they done and what we did today. But the fact of the matter is, as Jason says, I don't think we've been great in the run up to this. They've looked a decent team in the run up to this. So a fucking equal draw is probably what it should have been. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I think Scott, a lot of
I
people.
don't know. Sorry, lads, I was all over the place there. I don't know.
No. But I think a lot of people have described it as the best they've played against us for a long time, as you just said there, and one of the worst we've played for a while as well. And I think that's a fair barometer, really, of how both teams played. We weren't awful, but we were just a lot below our level.
Yeah, but we say that, Liam. I mean,
here's the question:
take away that one in September. Almost every game has been won by a goal. You know what I mean? Or drawn 3-3. Do you know what I mean? For all this that we should be fucking 4 and 5 and all that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we should be putting 4 past them, but I don't think we've reached our level against them many times, like you said there. You know, and
it's really interesting, and I don't really want to come off it, but it really is. I think once we're due to play them, it's going to be a really good discussion to see what we think they'll end up doing, because they did stimmy how we played. Kyogo never got a sniff, and if you remember, if you go back to September, they almost stood off Kyogo and allowed Kyogo to drop into midfield to the point that Kyogo was running through their goal with defenders backing half him, allowing him obviously that fucking wonderful goal he scored. So they changed that. They've brought in what, three guys, if you include Balogun, 3 guys who, if he had his way, he would have probably punted. Do you know what I mean? In terms of Hadji, we know what happens with Hadji, and they're telling us now they're the future, him and Raskin. So I don't know if the Huns are almost throwing shit at the water point and hoping it sticks.
Well,
I don't really give a fuck about them. I mean, they can do what fucking want.
Exactly.
We weren't that great, and we won a fucking trophy.
But it was an odd match, Scott. And see, definitely. What you were saying. So if you look at the fucking stats, I had a look at the stats the other day. It was something like we had 67% possession, but they had like, I think we had 10 shots and they had 20, and they had like it was way like it was like 22 fouls, and they had 8 yellow cards, and we only had 3.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They get booked a ton in the second half. To your point, Scott, Sevco or the New Rangers, that's the first time we've ever played a penalty shootout in a cup final.
Was there not one in the Driver Cup?
Don't think so. Might have been the Drive. Do you know there wasn't the Glasgow Cup? I think there was one. Maybe that, but I'm talking about major tournament, League Cup, Scottish Cup. There's never been one. Obviously, they beat us in the semi-finals the first time Rodgers ended up getting the job under Dial, I think it was.
What's that?
74, 75, we beat them.
Was that on penalties, or was it? Did we win with the
penalties?
Aye.
So apparently it was a...
No, really.
I was more talking about the fucking real cups, because once you start that part, the Huns will be on fucking...
Exactly. Exactly. Glasgow Cup.
But here's the thing too. We're actually getting quite good at winning penalty shootouts, because for most of my life we won fuck all penalties. Every time we got a penalty shootout, you were like, oh, for fuck's sake. But the penalties were actually excellent, and probably the worst penalty was Maida's.
But obviously he's dived the wrong way. And an interesting thing I didn't know about the penalties until I was listening to Clyde or something like that. Arnie Engels has hit his penalty in the same place every time.
And it's unsavable. Unless the keeper's on that side of the fucking thing, it's unsavable too. They're all right in the corner.
But the thing is, he should have fully committed to dive that side. And do you know there was one as well? There's one Casper Schmeichel dived the right way, but see, because he was bouncing about in his line, it bounced to the right and then dived to the left. Yeah. See if he'd just kept rooted and dived to the left.
I think that was Hadji's one. He would have saved that and all.
But see back to your point, Scott. I think, and I fully believe, right, I wouldn't say Rangers have got a style now, but well, you could call it that if you want, right? But they did make the game against Spurs chaos, and they made the game against us chaos, right? Just by the way they played, and fair play to them, because they disrupted the way we play, they disrupted the way Spurs play. But Brendan Rodgers is a top-class manager, so if they're going to do that same thing at Ibrox again, he'll be wise to that, and he'll have the players drilled in how to deal with that, because he's maybe been out there thinking they'll have a set game plan that wasn't what they've done, and well, they've kind of caught us in the hoop a bit, you know. But the energy levels they put in, you've got to commend them for it, right? Fuck them anyway, but you've got to commend them because they did put everything into the game, and it still wasn't enough. You know, we weren't playing at our best, but if our players were playing at their best, we would have wiped the flare with them, but we didn't. But we still get the job done. And that's the positive I'm taking out of it. Because
that's probably where a lot of the frustration comes in terms of, I know you're one of the ones who loves chaos in terms of the Huns bleating on about this fucking penalty, but there's a whole bunch of people like myself, I can't be annoyed with it. I can't be annoyed with the balloons fucking pulling out big laws of the game. No, I mean, it's just, because I've got a night out on Friday and there's a few Rangers fans going, and see if anybody starts giving me the fucking, oh, what about this, what about that, I'll be like, fuck off, I'm not interested, you know what I mean? Because, honestly, it's just, it's madness, because I remember at one point I thought, the referees were cheating on us every week, and that's how we weren't winning, but I was fucking 14 at the time, you know what I mean?
I think you were far off the truth.
Yeah, but it's a situation now, as you said, the Huns came through a fucking season getting penalties every week, and now all of a sudden referees are shite scared to give them a penalty. Brendan Rodgers complained about referees, about beating, and he got fucking suspended for it. Do you know what I mean? And all this is right there for them to see, but it's cheated, and you're like, I think it's fucking exhausting, to be honest. You're like, fuck off, I mean, give me peace. I mean, I put up in their chat, the big boy for the Dodie Fox, Dundee United podcast, he's like, if I'd have gone on, you would think fucking they've never had a decision in their life. It's unbelievable. And so it's, but back to the point that you said there about Brendan Rodgers, I agree with that. And I've said as much myself, but more on that, I was more thinking, would a home crowd allow a team to come and do, because it was almost total direct long ball football at times, you know what I mean? I'm pretty certain there was 2 periods where Butland kicked it and it went straight through Schmeichel. And that's fucking madness.
I'll tell you another one, but did you not notice, see towards the end of I think it was the 90 minutes, see like for about 75 minutes, or maybe it was before that, Kasper Schmeichel humped the ball up a good. Don't get me wrong, he was kind of directing it to people out wide on the halfway line. But Kasper Schmeichel, see how he wasn't playing it out the back. He was lumping them up as well. No, to the extent that they were just a fucking hoof. Because that's one thing Kasper Schmeichel is shit hot at. He can find a man like on the halfway line. You know, nearly every one of them. Because I was wondering about it, because he done quite he actually did a couple that went into their half, and I was trying, because obviously it's the stats that always ends up with the defensive team, and they end up building an attack on it. That's why they pass for the back, and it kind of didn't, but it just added to the chaos of the game. You know, it just ended up a battle in the middle of the parks, folks sliding in, trying to win the ball, but we weren't doing because we were doing it in the first half, and they were pressing us, and we were fucking panicking. And I think a lot of that was the David Trusty, to be honest with you. But in the second half, when Scales was on, there was a lot of Kasper Schmeichel was hoofing up the park as well. He was kind of doing it with an aim of getting a Celtic player, but he wasn't passing it about the back.
Yeah.
And I think that added to the chaos of the game, because if we were comfortable at the back, playing it out for the back, we would have controlled the game a lot more, because they wouldn't have the opportunity there. But once the ball's up in the air and the folk are flying in, And I think that contributed to a load of their cards because it just ended up a fucking battle, which suited them. Because if it ended up a game of football where it was just you were playing the ball along the deck, and we would have fucking destroyed them. But I think credit to them for no letting it be like that, and they actually forced us into hoofing the ball up the park.
But did we hoof it though, Jay? I thought we were just clipping it in from kind of like the halfway line inside their half, just trying to play balls over the top of their defence rather than hoofing it long.
But I think like, if you've got a goalkeeper, how can a goalkeeper just clip it in to their half? You know, it's difficult.
But I mean, like when the likes of like Kuhn was being brought in, but like balls just being dropped over their defence. I mean, if you think about Kuhn's goal, right? The third goal, that was Schmeichel to Ralston, essentially the Angles who left it then for Kuhn, who then played Angles in, and then fucking, slotted in Kuhn, right? That's on the attack, right? But a lot of it was coming over before that, was coming over the top of their back line, kind of just being clipped over the top for anybody running. And it was generally Kuhn or Kyogo.
But see, the thing is, Joe, that's kind of the way we play football. But the point is, see if that's working, you need to go with it. If that's the way you're getting joy against their defence, you need to adapt and then just... Because if you're getting behind them by playing longer balls, see all this, you have to do the tippy-tappy stuff and you have to build for the back and you have to play it through and blah, blah, blah. I think if things are working, then go with it.
But no, that's kind of what I'm going at. I think Brendan Rodgers has the team more adaptive than anything else. I mean, I just think that what we're really, really good at is what you say, playing the ball on the ground. I mean, and playing actual, transition football.
And with their press, they weren't kind of allowing it.
But again, with the pace and essentially the front line, you're beating them kind of, 8 times out of 10, beating their back line with pace. But I think they did well enough to kind of contain it, but not well enough to stop us, but well enough to contain it, so it wasn't a fucking slaughterhouse.
You're right, and we've not even mentioned it, but when they were 1-0 up, when they were 4-1, fucking hell, man. Big Carter Vickers,
big man is a
big hero there, but I'll tell you, their fucking decision making was fucking appalling. If they'd played
that's the one they should be complaining about.
If they'd played the ball to the left, fucking hell.
My missus doesn't like football, but she just love a Carter Vickers. It's got fuck all to do with defending.
I don't think it a great game, to be honest with you, but that was worth the cup final itself.
Yeah. I can't remember saying that on the highlights, but how did we get in that position? Did we lose the ball from a corner or something, or a free kick? Or
it came back to Taylor. Taylor was looking like he was going to pass it back away, and he kind of fell off.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah. Thanks, Scott. I do remember that now. Played it kind of bit, didn't they? Yeah.
And they just made an absolute fucking pig's ear. It couldn't. Don't get me wrong. Carter Vickers still had a lot today to actually fucking win the ball, but it was amazing the way he did it. If you watch it again, fucking they've got 4 men, we've got 1 defender, and they've played the ball to the right and gives him the chance to close the guy down.
But he's also turned him on his right foot though.
Aye, and how rapid was it? Now he's he doesn't seem as a quick player, but see how that 2-3 yards, fucking hell, he was on top of him, and they didn't know what to do.
What did you call the boy in He-Man that had the fucking metal head?
What the fuck?
No, I know who you're talking about, Joe, because I used to watch it.
Aye, Carter Vickers looks like him with shoulders. Hammerhead. It's a hammerhead. Let me just check. I found it now.
You're a fucking hammerhead.
I know.
Rahman.
That's it. Rahman.
He was always my
Carter Vickers is Rahman.
He was always my favourite for obvious reasons.
Fucking invented noodles too. About him.
But it was like. So let we can get back to the game as well, but let's get to the penalties, right? Let's get to the penalties. And you just like
five brilliant penalties.
So did you sit and watch all the penalties? Just Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean camp, right? So I did. See Ellie, she's sitting in there. Ellie did not watch one penalty. She sat in her chair and she looked at me for them all. And I thought she was actually looking at the screen at the Celtic end. And I says, were you watching the screen? She's like, no, I couldn't. And all she was waiting was my reaction. And I'm like, fucking hell, Ellie.
I think that's worse. That's worse, isn't it?
I said to her, all you've seen is unbridled success for your 4-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Going to the games, like just constant success, domestically anyway, right? And you're like, fucking just watch it. And she could not watch one penalty. And here's the thing, right? I said it on the huddle board, right? See, when it went to penalties, I went down to do the toilet. Is that when I met you, Liam?
No, it was before the game, mate, I think.
Before the game, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
So, see, when it went to penalties, I went down to do the toilet. And we were at the bit, were you at the same bit, like at the left-hand side, so you could walk out of the side bit and then back in, right? Because we were at the section next to the Celtic end. So there's a wee extra bit in the main stand, so you walk out of kind of side door and then up into the crowd. Right?
I've been there before. I know where you were. I've been there before. I wasn't there. I was a bit lower down than that Sunday.
Right. So I was at that bit. Walked out. So penalties have been decided, right? So the final whistle had went. So it was about a minute after that, I walked into the toilet. I knew penalties weren't going to be for another 5 minutes or whatever. There must have been about 40 or 50 Celtic fans left the stadium.
Yeah.
Before penalties.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Really? What the fuck?
I'm telling you.
I had a pint a few months ago with Dell and a boy who I won't name James off the huddle board. And he said the same. He said against Aberdeen he had to leave before the penalties. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't get that at all.
Yeah, that's mad. I know like everybody has a fucking hell, your blood pressure be up, but Jesus Christ, you wouldn't
just get in the concourse at worst if you can't. If I see them, please stay in the stadium.
And do you know what? I won't name him on the podcast, but loads of folk would know him because he's at every away game in Europe and everything. And he was one of the ones walking out the door.
I can't believe Paul the Tim left that.
It was fucking Marty Gilmore, to be honest. No, it wasn't. But honest to God, there must have been maybe 40 people. But by the time I walked round to go to the toilet, there's about 40 people walking. The first squad had to ask the guy who opened the turnstile, open the exit door, and then there was a stream of folk, maybe 30 or 40. But there was a squad, no altogether. Some were going out themselves. Some were going out in fours. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are these fucking weak? I mean, the thing is, there's a bit of me, I could have left, right? Because you say to yourself, see, when it comes to, you kind of don't want to watch it, and you're just like, but you don't want to miss it if you win.
Exactly.
So it's that fear, and it's like, you know, I've been doing it at the Crucible and that countless times, and you're under that much pressure. I go out for a walk, but there's 10 frames left. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if it was in the final frame, there's a chance of winning it, I'm going for a walk. That wouldn't happen, right? But it's like, I don't understand it. Your love for the club, right? And you spend all this money, fucking half your life travelling all over the world, going to watch them, going to do this, going to do that. Then you come to a moment where it's like, this is one of your pinnacles, because let's face it, we'll remember this day they die. You know,
1-1
shootout final, right?
1-1
And I'm got exactly 119 most successful football club in the world, apart from those that are more successful than us, and apart from the ones that were always more successful than that mob when they made it up just to make them look great.
In our world.
After they became a new club and had to hang on to something that made them the old club, and so it's just forget that. I'm not really bothered about it, but it's good to be noise up.
Apart from big CCV at the darts,
Oh, no. How good was that?
Do you know what? I get the feeling he's the ultimate shithouse merchant. Just a quiet assassin.
But see, Jason, go back to your point though. But that's the whole point of going to football. That's the whole, or any sporting event, or following any team. I know it's heartbreak if it doesn't work out, but that's the point, surely.
Yeah. And I couldn't, honestly, Liam, I was like walking to the toilet, and I was saying to the guys in the toilet, I says, there's fucking folk leaving there. They're like, I seen them. What the fuck's that all about? And like, they couldn't have all been going to work. There was a guy on the huddle board saying there was a mate he has had to leave before.
That's fair enough.
Extra time finished because he was in the final warning at his work, right? And he knew he could make his work on the 90 minutes, and he'd already made the deal that if he went to extra time, he had to leave. And fair enough, right? If your work's in the line and stuff like that. But for certainly the guy that I know that walked out, he's no fucking worrying about a fucking employer tomorrow morning, right?
All right, do you know what? The rest of them probably were cops.
Aye, and you're just like, weird. But anyway, so back to the penalties, right? So one thing we need to congratulate Rangers for, right? And we don't like the well, Sevco don't like saying Rangers. But one thing we need to congratulate them for is they're the world champions at winning the double penalty toss. They won both penalty tosses because the penalties get took in front of their fans, and then they won the toss to take the first penalty.
I did.
So you've got to give them credit for that at least.
You got to take the wins where you can get them. I mean,
agreed.
You do.
Agreed.
Yep.
So anyway, we've lost both penalty tosses, playing in front of their fans. You're saying to yourself, well, a wee bit I don't know if it gives you an edge or whatever, right? But see, to be honest with you, nearly the 10 penalties were actually pretty good. Because Schmeichel's save was an absolute belter.
It was right at the post, isn't it?
Yeah, he scuffed it a little bit, didn't he? But like Mieda's, he just didn't quite get the contact. But obviously going the right way gives you that chance. And for Hatate, for all the criticism I give him, what a penalty, mate.
What a penalty. McGregor's as well.
But I mean, McGregor's was good again. But see the reality, Jason. See, the keeper goes the right way. McGregor's put it in the middle of the goal, so like the middle height of the goal. The goalie would save that all day.
It's a perfect height.
Yeah.
But you don't know if they've got that ability. See, because did he move before it? You know, like what they're actually talking about when you actually listen to certain podcasts and that, they're saying the players nowadays are actually wise to it, that they're running up, and if the keeper makes it goes to go, they go the opposite end. I don't really think so. I think you need to pick your spot at the start. So if you're doing that, then all sorts of shit can happen.
If you watch the unique angle thing, McGregor never looked at once. As soon as he started his run, he was head down and just he leathered it in. So the ones that do that, they kind of walk up or run up with the head up. You know what I mean? And which for me, I'd fall over the ball if I tried that. But
as always, go back to the book Brilliant Orange. It's just a no-no. It's it's 3 steps back, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, depending on what foot you hit with. Know your place where you're hitting, run up and drill it. Just forget anything else.
Just trying to hit the side netting inside the goal. And if you do that, it's almost always going to be a goal. You can do it.
If you're that confident, like Hatate's has went up the way, and they keeper dives up the way. So if you hit it up into the goal, they're not saving it unless it's down the middle.
Yeah, 100%.
And then,
it's funny because you could just see them. You could see how they were getting cockier and cockier. You know what I mean? Giving it the bounce in everything the first half, and they were full of it. And you're just sitting there going, I hope it's going to kill you again, again and again.
I thought that. But here's the thing as well. See, did you not think Kasper Schmeichel done amazing with putting him off?
Yeah.
Because did you not notice that every time one of them was coming up to take a penalty, he was right up in their faces, like fucking mouthing to them. And then he was going back the way, he was like doing everything that he could in his power to fucking put them off.
I did see that when he saved the goal, when he saved the penalty, he didn't celebrate. He got up, he walked off, he grabbed the ball, and he threw it to one of the players, one of the Saturday players. And I was like, that's as calm as you get.
But if you watch it again, see every time one of them walked up to take a penalty, he was up in their face.
Well, apart from one, interestingly.
The one that missed?
No.
Who? Oh, the
keeper.
Aye, the Keepers Union.
Yeah.
Aye, that's right. Aye, you're right, Liam. I noticed that.
Interesting. Aye. That was. He the first thing he did after we won as well. Once he, after the first 20 seconds, I noticed he went straight over to Butland as well before he got too carried away. So definitely goalies union there. But I said at the start of the season, Schmeichel, we all love Joe Hart, dearly, but Schmeichel is a big upgrade on Joe Hart, and that's no slight on Joe Hart at all. But he's more agile. I think he's just another level up just now in terms of what we had last year, and probably just did enough to carry us over the line for this one.
Aye, definitely.
Yeah, he was good. It's very good.
Do you think there's a big deal about Dessers not hitting a penalty?
I heard it mentioned on a few podcasts. I heard McGeady going like, well, why wouldn't your striker take a penalty? Right?
Seemingly the get out clause for them is they were practicing them in the league table, and it was like, who was at the league table sort of thing. But the interesting thing for us was, which I'm not really too fucking happy about, that Scales and all that are like, did you see them get interviewed in Radio Scotland or whatever? I was just thankful I didn't have to take one. And you're a professional football player. Your fucking chance of fucking being an absolute hero. If it was me that was there, I would have been itching to take one.
Yeah, it's just a character, isn't it? It's a courage. I mean, I've took some in finals of just shitty Sunday league and whatever, and you're shitting yourself doing it there. But I suppose it's just your mentality, isn't it, and just what you're capable of.
But you want to be in that stage, don't you? And fair play to Adam Eder. He walks up straight away. McGregor, captain. Everybody that stood up. And to be honest with you, when Maeda was running up to take the last penalty, were we all confident?
Yeah, I was expecting just to try and run it in off the spot. Fucking roadrunner.
But you go back to his goal and the way he took it, see his first touch, fucking hell, glorious. And then you can't believe that Rangers defender didn't clip his ankle. See the way he's in on him. You're like, how did Maeda get his leg back there? He was bailing down on him.
He was lucky not to get sent off. I thought Balogun. I thought he kind of crossed the line a little bit, and see that tackle that Carter Vickers made that he got booked for. That was a brilliant tackle. I thought he won the ball really cleanly. I don't know if I missed that at the game, but
see all this crying about the VAR and all. The officials were fucking bastards. And I've seen some evidence that they have beaten. There was one where McGregor took a free kick, kicked it over the defence to Kuhn.
Yeah.
Beaten Blue for it, brought the ball back and made him take it again from the exact same fucking spot. But by that stage, just had managed to get their defence in. The main stand linesman was a wank stain.
Yeah.
And he allowed fucking... when they were taking their throw-ins, they just walked up the fucking pitch and took them wherever the fuck they wanted. I mean, all this...
I noticed that a load of times, Marty, because I was in the main stand and I seen it. The throw-in was like 10 yards back and they were just fucking waltzing up the park and taking them wherever they wanted.
So see all this crying about penalties? Fuck yous, I'm delighted. Fuck you and fuck beating and fuck everybody. You deserve everything you get, and see, the more pain, the more you cry, you bastards, the happier I am. It's great. And I hope.
Can I just ask you, just say what you feel?
I know, but you know what I mean. It's like we've had this for years. It's like somebody saying when you're used to privilege, equality feels like oppression. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got one fucking thing that went wrong for you, and you know what I mean. It was a penalty. It was arguably a penalty. Some people are still arguing that it wasn't. So you still had to fucking score it. By all accounts, Taverner would have fucking scored it because that's all he's the fucking penalty king for a fucking reason. And you're selling penalty to Ranger scarves outside your stadium. Go and fuck yourselves.
You get flags with the John Beaton #1.
Aye.
How many ex-referees stand up and talk at any Urdu's?
I know. And there's Mick McCurry was doing it again yesterday. He was on some Rangers fucking podcast, another fucking corrupt official, Scottish official. Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck is trying to kid? It's like the Israelis crying about self-defense. Go fuck yourselves.
Did you listen to the Tam Selleck or some one of the guys put one up, and it was that Rangers radio or whatever?
No.
And the guy came on and says, "Oh, we'll get our Wally coming on now." Come on. And he went shopping saying, "That's fucking far." I mean, we're with the referees for years, and he went short of saying, like, they were on our side years ago, but now they're no. Do you know what I mean? So it's fucking out of order.
But this is what fucks me off, Jason, and why I always think that when we get the better of them, is to say we have a match where there's a couple of really fucking pathetic refereeing decisions, we should be focusing in on it when we win. So the next time some shit happens to them, we go, "Here, what about all these other fucking complaints we've been making for months? Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves."
Yep. That'll do, mate.
So we're wrapping this up the fuck, or is anybody anything else to say?
Yourselves.
I've just poured the North can of Guinness.
There's nothing but good times coming. Like, I mean, like, there's the fixtures coming and coming. Like, it's Christmas football. Who loves it? You all love it. Here, McCory, are you planning the Belfast fucking shenanigans?
Yeah.
What are you saying, dickhead?
Are you planning Belfast shenanigans? Is that what I heard?
It's fucking. I actually copied you in when I fucking booked it and says Joey Fancy. Not me, you know what I mean?
Yes, but Scott, see the day you sent that, was there incense raising at the time? Was there?
Now I'm in the zone to ask questions.
Right. Well, we can ask. I'll answer them.
Right. What are they?
I'm going to Belfast.
Just you?
No.
You and Flanagan on a date there? What the fuck's the story?
Even if it was a date, you'd still be welcome. No, we're going off for the Huns game. Going off for the Huns game. No, there's four guys, two lasses, three lasses gone. And obviously Marty's going to be it. So you fancy it? Coming up.
I may come up. Here's the thing. My man and dad have gone on the cruise, right? And my dad's got OCD. So I asked my man, I said, "Listen, any chance I can
Party and Joe's.
Here's the thing, Marty. I thought too. So
Party and Joe's.
Can I get a key to the house? She goes, "No." I says, what do you know? She goes, "Oh, your dad, your dad's got everything locked up in the beds, all stripped, this is cleaned, and he'd be all out of sorts if somebody's in the house." I was like, "He'd be in fucking Miami. What the fuck's he going to do? Drive home?" Like, I'd be sleeping in the gaff. He thought, no, denied.
Joe, get up there and get a copy of the key, man. Come on. You can do it. Come visit him before they go.
His own man hits him. What the fuck is that?
It's not my mom. My mom was very, very sorry. It's my dad. My dad's got OCD out the fucking yin yang. I mean, stay in the house and install your a coaster and a fucking map.
So you spoke about this fucking Belfast trip a week ago on your chat.
I know, but I'm just trying to reaffirm that it's still happening.
Yeah.
Scott, what's the plans?
Go to Belfast, mate.
I know, but where? Fuck you, Scott. Where? Fuck me.
We're gonna do the same thing we did when Jason was over. We're gonna fucking plant ourselves to the match. We're gonna go on a crawl.
So you're the morning of the game, Scott, and then back
First thing in the morning, mate. Aye, first thing in the morning, and then we fly home. I think it's all free the next day or something like that.
Do you know the best bit? See, when you're waiting in your flight hour, the flight lands at Glasgow. It's all them coming off it. It's fucking hilarious. So you're sitting in the wee departure back at Glasgow Airport, they all compiling off. You're like, oh. And no, you'll find there's a load of Celtic fans on your flight flying out doing the same thing.
Here's the thing, though. Is this the first time it's been on like a lunchtime at fucking like on a Thursday?
Is it 3 o'clock, Joe?
Aye. Well, aye. Well,
oh, fuck it, man.
First time it's 3 o'clock, Joe.
Aye, on a Thursday, I mean.
Well, it depends. It doesn't matter. Days run about Christmas, New Year. The day of the week does not really come into question, does it?
Aye, but over here, the 2nd of January is back to work.
Same here. For loads of people.
But do you think an extra big holiday next year because of some St Andrews fucking debacle? No.
It's a Scottish holiday, Joe.
There you go. Do you get a day off work then or no?
If you're a Scottish company, generally, I don't. I'm an English company, so I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I've never seen it on a
I'll get
Thursday.
I get English and Scottish holidays. That's good.
Do you, Liam?
Yeah.
I mind.
He's long shanks. He just takes me back.
And the Irish ones. I get the Irish ones as well.
Has Hadrian as well in a sitting room.
Marty, do you give them back the 12th of July or do you take it off?
No, I think you get 2 days over here for the 12th of July. That's fucking great.
See, when I work in shorts, Marty, when I work in shorts, they used to take 2 weeks annual leave off us for the 12th of July.
That's
Do you not find it cold?
That's a terrible joke. Working in shorts. Out of the 12 Catholics working in the factory, we had 2 weeks of our fucking annual leave taken off us because the whole place is closed. 12th of July.
Yeah, it keeps Donegal's economy afloat.
Right.
So what about the pre-game antics? We talking about that, or is we skirting that one?
What the
What about you? What about
it's not the dash through the town? Do you know what? It's a bad idea to go rioting during Christmas shopping. It's an even worse idea to wear fucking Santa hats because kids don't really understand what the fuck's going on for a start. And here's the thing about the videos. Why does a woman always turn up and go and start screaming to make things way more fucking tense? Right?
To be fair, if you're that woman and you're out shopping, it's fucking pretty tense.
I know, but she's inside the shop and she walks out to the door and goes, scream, like, stay in the shop and don't scream.
But come on, it wasn't her that was videoing it. Do you know what I mean? The poor woman's out shopping. You know, you can't really pull her up for that. But
I just think people, I don't know. But I know, but it was kind of terrifying to see the videos. Like, honestly, that's not good. Not good.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look for the city of Glasgow. But what do you do?
What about the cunt who was running about like a cat on all fours?
That's him.
And the thing is as well, one of them's ended up in hospital, right? I don't know how serious he is or whatever, right? One of that Rangers mob. As soon as he is compos mentis, he's getting arrested, isn't he? You know, the thing is, it's all over, like the news and all that shit, and it's like, aye.
Looking for a scapegoat, weren't they? For a few.
Aye.
Well, thank God the CCTV in Gallagher's was quite grainy, so they can't identify the Evander Holyfield at the front door.
Surely he wouldn't get done for anything. I mean, he's just bloody protecting the pub.
Self-defense, or
Aye, 100%. And the fucking flares in it and all that. Bloody woman sitting in there with him. I know. But aye. That's what it is. Kids will be kids. And aye.
Kids will be kids.
I'm
What do you want for Christmas, Johnny? Do you want fucking Paro or do you want a Nintendo?
But regardless of the ethics of it all, the Santa Dash was class, wasn't it?
It was.
It's funny. It's funny. And the meme videos have been hilarious. I mean, just brilliant, but not brilliant. I mean, just. I mean, but here's the thing, though, right? Does it not then do more harm to the idea of having away allocations?
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking right, it does. You better believe it.
Because they're just looking at the going like, if we give them half and half, this is what happens. So let's just keep it.
You're never going to half and half.
I know, but I mean, like half and half is the most extreme you'll ever get. You know what I mean? In terms of like spreading the fucking tickets. So if they look at that and go, well, this is the top end of the hassle we're going to get by this mixture of this amount of fans in the city at this time, why would we expand it?
Did you watch? Did you?
I'm not expanding it. The
I know, but I mean, expand it like in terms of like. I know, but
3,000.
I know.
See the thing though, I watched the Huns against Tottenham, and obviously Glenn Hoddle's commentated with fucking bogus Ali, and Glenn Hoddle starts keen at the old par. And it's a shame that the Celtic Rangers game, or the Old Firm game as he called it, the Old Firm game doesn't have the fans. I mean, look at the fans here, or the Tottenham fans. Look at them here. It's such a, and Ali's going, yeah, Glenn, it's a disgrace. And I've turned around to Rosie, I was like, that Bam's no stood up once. See, when Rangers cut the allocation right at the beginning, he never stood up and went, Rangers, you shouldn't do this.
Yep.
Never once. Not all the Huns who sit and they go, oh, they've ruined it and all that. They never fucking stood up once. They all kind of sit and go, oh, it's not very good, but they've never fucking cried the club down for it. Fuck them.
Yep. Fuck them all.
And Celtic's obviously got everything into place, because obviously we've seen it at the Bruges game, that net was up, and if you actually go in like at the Kano Foundation, the bit there where they walk in as well, there's a set section now, so green like, gates and all that, sort of away for the rest of the Celtic section where they come in. So they'll come in at that corner and the extra bit, and they'll all just be able to be herded in there, and then there'll be that net put up there. So it's definitely doable for a Celtic perspective. They've done it against Bruges, so that, I think that was the first time, I don't know if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the first time it was fully empty, because the game before, the Slovan Bratislava game, they didn't have anywhere near the amount of fans that Bruges had. But the Bruges section will be the section that the Rangers fans have when they come. So Celtic Park is totally equipped for doing it now. So there isn't any excuse. I don't know if they've done, because that's the reason why there isn't any away tickets for this game on the 2nd, because they didn't have the safety thing, or they hadn't done the work that was required to get Celtic to have, because I don't know if they're getting the top and bottom tier, they'll probably have to have a net between the fans. So I don't know if they had it for the Spurs game, but it must be a requirement because Celtic's got it. So,
well, that was the reason why Celtic wouldn't let them in, because they were supposed to fucking do it and they didn't bar their balls. So if they don't get that net up, then we aren't letting them in again, because we've already done our work. So fuck them.
Well, that'll be it, because if they've not done the work, I don't know if they have. I don't know if there was a net at the Spurs game or whatever, but if they've not done that work, I'm pretty sure that Celtic will deny them tickets for the game in March.
They will. 100%. They've already been fucking warned.
Aye.
We'll have fuck them.
But see, the thing is, right, see, as a football fan that goes to away games, and I'm not too bothered whether I go to Ibrox again or not, doesn't really interest me. But for those that go everywhere, it's a bloody shame. And for their fans as well, that go everywhere, it takes away from the spectacle. I know, Marty, you say about it doesn't bother you, but it's shite. Seeing you're at a game and it's only your fans, it's fucking rubbish. It's garbage. you want a big away support there, and that goes for every team. You want every team to have a big away support, and it adds to the atmosphere. So we'll go on to it now then, because we've not even discussed it, but what do you think of the Hampden atmosphere? See, when it's 50-50, I mean, I'm in the main stand, which isn't the best, right? But I thought the atmosphere was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought it was outstanding. I know Hampden gets its fucking knockers, but I thought it was absolutely great.
I think if you got a good view of the pitch at Hampden, it's great. If you don't, that may be a bit shit.
Nah, Joe, forget that. I'm talking about the actual atmosphere in the stadium. I think see, especially if you get at a 3 each games, it's to and fro and whatever. The atmosphere is fucking electric. It was brilliant. I mean, the game wasn't the best game in the world, right, from our perspective. Maybe they loved it, but see the to and fro and like it was. I thought it's one of the best atmospheres games I've ever been in. I don't know what Scott and Liam, what you think about it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Funny story. But so when my seat was, you come out you walk up into the terrace bit, the seat bit, and then you turn back on yourself, and there's loads of like exec boxes behind me. So I walked up the stairs, and I've never had this before. My seat was the actual one at the top of the stairs, but in the stairwell, if you know what I mean. So I had my back to the wall, but the stairs right in front of me. You know, no seats in front of me either side.
Do you know I had that, see, for the Hearts Cup final?
Right.
I actually wrote to Celtic and asked them, because obviously I was due a ticket, I had a ticket, and mind had broke my knee.
Yeah.
Aye, so I couldn't sit in a normal seat, and I asked them if it was possible, and they gave me one of these seats.
So it was quite weird, just like, you know, you're thinking that's great because you can celebrate, you can just jump in front of you. So everyone was stood up there, and I had an old couple to my left. It must have been like 60s, 70s, whatever. So this was the first half, and I've just took one step forward just to give myself a bit of space from the seat. And Celtic's on the attack, and this woman starts fucking like elbowing me, and she's like, "Get out the way!" I said, "What's wrong with you?" And she went, "I can't see. The fucking attack's up there." And she went, "I'm watching the screen. You're in my way." She's watching the screen of the Celtic end, and asking me to fucking move out the way. And the attack's the complete opposite side of the pitch. I'm like, why don't you just say excuse me or fucking move forward yourself to see the screen? So she was a right bundle of laughs, man, through the game. But yeah, I thought it was good. It was good. It was good because they got really chirpy, didn't they? Obviously winning into the second half, and then we completely put them to bed when we went 2-1 up, and you thought that was it. And then obviously they came back. So it was really, you know, one end to the other sort of thing. Extra time was quite nervy, wasn't it? There wasn't much going on in extra time on the pitch or in the territory. But answer me this one, right? How was there not a single second added on at the end when Raskin spent 2 minutes having his legs stretched for cramp?
I know. But I think nothing much was happening in the extra time, to be fair, mate. So it was probably just as well blown. Because
it was a bit dull, but even so, you think surely that's got to be added on.
You have to, as part of the rules, you've got to add it on. I know. Quite a few of them that done with cramp, didn't they?
I was just thinking about that earlier on whenever you were saying that despite the fact they had only a couple of days left, they looked all right, but you could tell like towards the end, some of them are really struggling. Danilo one of them was getting his leg back. You know, I think
where you really noticed it was, I mean, the funny thing was Raskin, they're all raving about Raskin as man of the match, right? So I thought he was at fault for all 3 goals, all our 3 goals. He deflected the first one in. The second one, he scored the second one. Who got our second? Mieda. He was the one that made the miss kick back that Mieda pounced on to score the goal. And the third one, he completely committed himself in the middle of the park like he did in the last cup final, missed the ball. And then when Engels goes through, you watch it back, Diamondi falls over and he can't even lift himself back up off the turf. He just sits there. And then Kuhn is in the bit where Raskin should be because he's overcommitted himself to score the goal. So I'd have him down as all 3, personally.
Do you want a bit of breaking news?
Is it my tweet I put in?
Son of David Tierney.
Yep. David Ornstein, who is the football writer at The Athletic, says exclusive. Kieran Tierney is to leave Arsenal in the summer at the latest after the club decided against using an option to extend his contract. His deal ends in June and the date adds 1 year. Gone, the 27-year-old can pre-agree with non-English clubs or possibly go permanently in January.
Ooh, baby.
Played an hour tonight. Getting ready for the 2nd of Jan.
There you go.
Come on, the fuck.
Well, here's a wee exclusive, right?
When it's social, Dad.
Don't burst our bubble.
I'll read this out here, right? Where is it? So my guru, right? Let me see.
I thought this was your notes you got on the fridge, Jason, for the show. Ellie stuck you in.
Where is it, right? So, my guru posted that. I got his mates contacted him, right? He says, "Bro, is Kate Heath coming back? Kiss, kiss, kiss." My goose get back to him, says he's on the train up and now, mate. Should be starting against Dundee United on Sunday. Who told you? The boy's like, Are you at it or is this gospel? He says, how's he going to play on Sunday if it's not the transfer window? I heard it from my mate. He says, special dispensation, it's called, mate. Don't know the ins and outs of it, but all aye, he's definitely playing on Sunday. The guy's going to be telling folk. This is nothing we didn't know. So let's face it. Okay.
Well,
according to Paul at Tim, it's a done deal.
Well, Jason, did you know there was a deadline? Did you know there was a deadline for Arsenal to extend him? That's the first I've heard that tonight.
No, I didn't know that. But I knew there was a few. You know, I knew there was a few ins and outs, but
brilliant.
Basically, fucking everybody knew. Surely everybody knew that it was going to happen. We sat in the Dolphin one night, Liam, and I tell the boys, me and you. You know him in the Dolphin, the Rab?
Yeah.
Right. So what I say to the guys is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Right.
That's good.
Are we going to wrap it up to fuck?
Well, it seems like we have, Joe.
I was just asking this question.
Liam, you know, got a quiz.
Do you know, I did have a quiz question for you. I didn't do the research on it, but right, a quick question.
Hold on.
A quick question for you, right? This might flop straight. Well, two questions for you actually. So, first one was which Scottish football manager was Brendan Rodgers' first ever signing as a manager?
Malcolm McKay?
No. I had this for you a few weeks ago. Sorry, I forgot to mention it.
So was Brendan's the manager at Reading?
Reading.
Or was it Swansea? No?
Swansea, Reading first, I think.
Reading first. I think it was Watford, was he not? As well? No?
Could be, yeah, could be.
Reading.
Current Scottish manager.
Current Scottish manager, yeah. Scottish, club manager. Not Steve Clark.
David Gray?
Nah.
Oh.
See, I've just pulled out a quiz out my ear there for you. That's fucking good. Marty's chucked it.
You write it, boy, Jim.
Don Cowie.
Who is he manager of who? Ross County.
Ross County, isn't he?
Well done, Scott. Yes, that's who it is.
There you go.
Scott.
What's next?
This isn't a quiz as such, but just intro. I was in. I don't know. You might know this guy. Scott was in Chapman's after the game and talking to this guy, an old guy in there, John something his name was. Been watching Celtic since 1957.
John something.
He's from Rutherglen. You might know him. He might have drank in the vote. I don't know. But I asked him what his favourite ever Celtic game he'd been to, not the obvious ones. And he gave me the answer, but it was a game I wasn't overly aware of. What would your guess be? What game do you think he would say? It's relatively obscure. It's not like Leeds. That's all I thought he'd say. Leeds in the European Cup. The game in the 60s.
God. His favourite game?
A European game?
No.
Against the Huns, Jimmy Johnson game?
Nah. It's not a quiz. Just wondered, just out of curiosity, you'd say the same game. Bobby Lennox apparently said it was his favourite ever game he played in as well, domestically.
Fuck.
That's what he told me. He told him that at one point.
No clue.
Just a random one. I'll tell you what it was. So it was 1966. Dunfermline 4, Celtic 5.
Right. Not gonna go with that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if it stood out for you or not. It's the first I'd heard about it, but he said it's the best game he's ever watched with Celtic, which was.
I tell you one, once you mentioned Brendan with Watford, young Rocco Vata is fucking a rip up down there, by the way.
Is he? I didn't think he was playing.
I get man of the match during the week. Scored a belter the other day, so he's fucking really doing well. It was with his mum last night at the Tommy Gemmell meeting. She says they're delighted. He's doing really well.
What about the boy? Is it Stephen Kenny or what's the boy in Shamrock?
Johnny Kenny.
Johnny Kenny.
He's coming back to us, isn't he, in
January, apparently, yeah.
I hope we give him some game time. I hope we play him as his third striker that we've been talking about.
He's the highest striker in the
Conference League, eh?
Conference League. He's the highest goal scorer
as well.
Highest goal scorer. And by the way, a big shout out to Maloney and the troops. They'll be over Stamford Bridge tomorrow night. He's going to come on. He said he'll come on the podcast next week and gives a wee rundown his trip. 3,000 tickets they've sold for Stamford Bridge.
The club's made some money out of that fucking run.
Oh, aye. And he says the ironic thing is they might actually be in Europe by the time the Irish League starts again. they're not playing. How weird must that be if you're in a football team that's no playing any competitive games and you're still in European competition?
Well, we played a couple. We had Zenit, didn't we, and got pumped by them, and then we had Bodo Glimt and got pumped by them.
Yeah.
Who've both been on big breaks as well. Maybe more than that. Mm.
And we've always spoke about the value of Scottish teams doing summer football because it would be beneficial for us. But it's a weird kind of concept, isn't it? That you're not playing competitive games and still playing in Europe.
They're going to do that here with amateur football as well. In the south, the FAI had a vote the other week, and they're going to line up amateur football. The same with the league. Yeah,
So they should, but it makes sense.
All right, well, fucking kids freezing their bollocks off, man. Playing the piss and rain. Fucking games called off constantly.
Well, see, Joe Zoe plays, and they stopped. They stopped end of November. They don't play again till March now. They're proper fixtures.
We only stopped there in last Saturday.
They get the whole winter off. Like they still train, but they don't play any games until March now. Starting March.
Oh, we don't train until the 7th of January. It's on Astro, like I mean.
So there you go.
Right. That was a successful bit of a run there, lads. We've done all the good work. And once again, many thanks to everybody that donated money. It was just fucking insane.
Absolutely. Big thanks.
I'm back in again tomorrow, getting more stuff. Can't wait.
Stay on, by the way. I've got a wee after show thing to tell you. A wee exclusive.
2 minutes. I nip to the loo. I'll be back.
Sweet. Right. Listen, folks. We'll talk to you next week.
Joe, just quickly before you close, obviously, if people are out there that know people that are on their arse and in big trouble, then reach out and let us know. Do you know what I mean? If you can vouch for people, let us know, and we'll do what we can do.
Yeah, and that's the key, right? See, to let all the listeners know, right? It's very difficult, right? Because, like, for instance, that kid in Motherwell, we don't know the situation with the family, etc.
Yeah.
You're a bit like, you know, it's obviously a precarious thing for us to give money out to people. You don't know what's. So we always try and do the best that we can. But see if we can get some personal recommendations that somebody come to us with. And you've obviously got somebody to vouch for you or whatever, you know. Because things like this are open to people scamming us for money and stuff like that. And to our knowledge, it's never happened. Never happened at all, because everything we do is through various means or personal recommendations, etc. But as Liam says, if somebody is proper struggling and you know, reach out to us and then we'll have a conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we can still 100%. Get to people before Christmas, so let us know.
Yeah, raffle's finished, but I mean, the giving is still going. So, folks, talk to you next week. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail.